It is Thursday, the 25th of February 2021, and approximately 13 minutes gone past 1500 hours. We're here once again on Promotional, that unique and exceptional platform simply designed for discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts who are willing to build upon their previous best to become wonderful versions of themselves. As simple as that. If you are joining us for the first time, whatever the reason may be reminded that you are here to work on yourself to become more of yourself. And in order for you to have it smoothly, with less pain, it demands that you operate from your primary identity. You do away with all your secondary identities, at least for the time that we're going to be around here. And then you put on the very beautiful design left for us by Madame Theodosia Oku, the red, the gold, and a green with a blaster in the middle. When you are able to do that, I bet you the best will certainly be emerging from you. To this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamaso. And she asked from Kokasia and Adia Mudo and come out. The BBR will be out of a video at a 24 radio Sampem Pensway. And a year yawoda February that was where you in Num. I'll hear Brennan so I know me and Sabapa who see ma a do and nine. Bamaso and a piano. A higher bet what I don't know a bit me afa, nor my Ghana a conenim. It see a PM waha. Any nature say, oh my Ghana and tea aniaba. Ye royal part in Tyranny in Egu baby, na ye mammy Theodosia Oku. Ye mammy Jama ye no ya share no mum. Yama we are seeing who is here, doya my Ghana and the pankuto and so and ye pe. Amasa wo man no kwan ba ko a obetimi afa so amadwumadie aye wo de ebe ye wo de pa ene se hu so ye Ghana ni ai onye hu so ye Ghana ni a bibie ni ho no mo a ebe ha wo bibie bia ni ho esan se enuanu mo a wo mu hu se omu belong to the secondary groups, or they feel more associated within their secondary identities, and they feel quite hurt. Say asimbia obekebiano, they will feel very hurt. Esan say akwa say udi referee no, say udi infringement, it will either be in favor of one team and it will be against another team. And we are referee now, we are Juma. The Tibiano wasn't what decision be our better Kibiano. Hey, a bear but team back with the team back on so any day, any day. It can change at any particular point in time. And he said, who as belonging to any of the secondary groups we have in our country. Jumedia, and some ye can't. Sometimes you may feel say the way the woman do na bofu. To dance out me so then you kuyi ma what the other side na ne yaw dem eboa enti so pe say eya dead ya braso ya Ghana ni eba ne sa onim say Ghana ana ye peni yie yo ti said ye tie bia wani bedi dwumedie no ho enti memo akwa aba edi aba dwumedie so pensio bi si nchen aka one day pepepepepe na ye ko if you ada na che say ye ma ho kwan ma otimi de kakra ye de be esi nchen enti sauti ani said the doctors are into all the way in Roehampton ene naranketia basin stoke eja kwesi buachi owa hene champon nanasa asarbedi akun Worcester ene adofo akanyina eti ani dia na kire say Papa Smiley one more time mijina akwantu for radio anamu ana medenchia kese dia mu do and the more people me toma some pempens way. So nana then so yen to akwantu no so yen hwe kwan e betumi afa na oman no afa ne ntoma pa efra. And the 25th of February 2021, a very, very beautiful day in the life of Abena Owusuwa, a very, very beautiful, dark-skinned lady all the way in Ghana. Abena Owusuwa. Me born in the Anama, sorry. And it's not just about physical beauty. She's very humble, very respectful, very, very intelligent as well. And then about him AD Nawoda. No wonder she's so lovely, because she was born in the month of love. And Abna Udu Awoda, on behalf of myself, on behalf of the Aquest family, and on behalf of the Aqu24 radio family, I would want to wish you a happy, happy, happy reflective birthday. It is my wish, say, whatever you are born to achieve here in this life, and you will be able to do that. Every step on this sacred earth should connect you to God's sufficiency this year, and may you continue to grow in more wisdom, more love, more intelligence, and more creativity. Enjoy this very awesome day. Na enyuma ebe fediasa baby I would drew bia another, you know. It is all about the grace of God that has taken you this far. Enti Abena Owusuwa, enjoy this very beautiful day. Enjoy this tune. Dance to it. More grace to your elbow. Yeba to Uncle Bodiana, sir.
Turn my pit into a well, so the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony, so the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo nyame, adumo, adum. Eya adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina bewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turn my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. You have changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Hey. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace, and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, adum. Could not have made it without you. So the essence of my praise, it's because of your grace. I don't look like what I have been through. You turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo nyame, adumo, adum, adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo nyame, adumo, adum, eya adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. You have changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Hey. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace, and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my grace is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, adum. Could not have made it without you. Hey, could not have sailed through without you. Papa, your loving kindness and grace and mercies brought me through. So the essence of my faith is all centered on your grace. Adum, adum, adum. Hey, adum.
Omanu sebe you senye you oman for ebra ene betre timesa ka obi nso enwa enti ano yaba ha no saa obra no ye be hwe kira kwan na yabo Adum Dana Hamilton and that is the latest of her songs enyuma ye boma abna owusuwa ene na woda abna hey enjoy the day ati enjoy the day and be full of your awesome self this day and beyond. Ati, enjoy this very beautiful day. Yo, yaba de ne yaba. Na yaba enso dia na wani tuya. Yabetwa yankomodie so as to how we'll be able to make our beautiful nation a very awesome place for all of us to be able to enjoy. Nti mesa mo akwa ba bi e de aba kasafidie so ba ma so dwumadie yɛtoa so ɛnɛ de kama na ansa ne yɛma fire wode yɛma fire akɔ aba na asɛm no yɛmfa nhyɛ asɛm firi nneɛma bi yɛkɔ soɔ nansa yi ɔnkyerɛ n'adwene na ɔnkyerɛ tiefoɔ kama and the fire and the fire chief. Wopana Vigate. Me too good to buy yaben with feeding. What? Na and then was only animal bantino. You were born to tell Kakrania Queen. And she had incommodate, Shesona. May I sure say, who headline be aqua. 600,000 doses of COVID vaccines ne go through Ghana no, right? Headline be ene na mabontia mse yenuanom Ghana fo bebre ebu ofu kakra say wo mo describe Africa na say Ghana say among the poorest nations, right? Amam fo adwapa nyasem kuma na mamintie wadwe nkyere kakra ewo ho. What is the measure of poverty?
Okay.
And one no yakasa obi ye poor e dey na mani pa na ye poor. Is there one definition of poverty or there are several definitions of poverty? Boy on come fire. Who dey na etie?
Baba medase na eje job also. Baba poverty dey sanya wa kan no say ho nsem kan no edoso. Say enya ade ba ko say ade we ene begina so. Aka say obi ehia adokoro no. Na ne omunie me kan say okofa ngofo mo pe buku asemo a ubehun say countries bi wo hot say Cuba who say we developed we advanced or a developing nation. Alakaso was it he refused to be categorized by any other human being. Indeed, yeah, adukru obino, and once I'm kind of adding, but Baba, I say, Sabi, Yana Mohano. Baba, only say, young baby, or Sabi, Yajumu Kaya Kakra. Told him that.
I am mental disorder and a mental problem.
But no, you can't say more. Yeah, now the
what What some question I'm using me, ya no, so me this. Nadia, me there, twas me uncle.
Baka se bia. Aba ndi zesia me na me me ya kakra o. Onso wo ya kakra. Ebi ana onan. Ebi enso awunsa. Obi a onan bia ya kakra wono. What dey say?
Who dey need you so?
Na sa wuji ana wa mu no. Kaka adua so anya wa na wo se kaka adu me bo enti obi ntumi anka ncham se si ameka se ko anu tum na kaka adu. Can that be possible?
Dabi
ya bon komo
dabi say no kra o kan enhyew bebre how
because we say kaka ni me what I say
that's right
na sa obi nso wo sia tutu am answer me sia tutu na obi hu me na sere na msa dan na se o sia tutu a papa me nka se me sia tutu ye ana
no kra
mpase maka asem gina asem so
wo de ni eti ko so
na enti scenario si am de ba wen enti empanfo no aya na yemu wo mo a na ya me ya pa o mo so obi ntumi nchi dadua ana onka se wo ye kwasa wo da cho concern wo nyintum enti se wo nyintum se wo kaka ye ana wajimi ana wa say ya ha betumi aka se wajimi ana wo yo hiani papa ana pa ye pie obi no obi botom
na da obi ani mo bi abotom
na o go bank ana ko obi fi achi what achi fact me ho achi me papa and the one na ka achi so ho achi inti sa achi ka achi se fire oya obi o wa ho chi papa achi papa watia na wakana kure wakana kure me wa
wakana kure
because so ho achi one na achi me se ho achi into poverty no ejina neme me ensa so scenario kakra me do famu no either you go and tell the world that I'm poor, or your attitude will be defined by others that you are poor, or people will look at you and then say you are poor. In the nina makanyina sa de ko brofumwe de ko french mwe ejina nipa no ono a ni su ene ne ban ene nipa akofro betumi aka say wo no we are poor. But having said that, poverty nso egu ahoro enso bia mienu na miensa normally no enye what we think like money, but ebi also is your environment or your physical and you know how I obey your no nti ba kono enye iska wo but we environment papa smile sa utifie no obi aba ho memfa say ufi a wote baby ye dwunso eni ho baby a ija ye nan eni ho ukodware a udware ahomache obi papa so form otna se ono kasa akondwa ebi ni ho nipa krono na adwin mu no abaka se ada se esera me kan no wo yare kakra ana se ehia ebubu
okay
he doesn't need your permission on the appearance ne environment no unim say papa smile ko made no na sabi omunso makan nti omo ayempanifo bia onim na obi a otie afidie bia baba de papa panim pa kompa ncheme papa tete kakra no
Mhm.
sɛ swale epie special maame pie a tete paa no ɛnɛ deɛ sɛ special maame pɔ ɔmma sɔre kora tete paa no sɛ ɔmo mmienu pie a obi ankura akɔdaa ɔmo mmienu adrɛse ɛgya kɔsi buakye ɛne mu ɔbɛtwum ɔmo bɛhu sɛ special maame wɔn waware ring na ne nsa o ring ɛyɛ aborɔfo adwamambɔ ɛna ɛde ring baeɛ nkurɔfoɔ no ɔmo ntumi nsɔ ɔmo ho o nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a yɛyi abibifoɔ yɛ mɔbɔ nkran sɛ wɔde nyɛ me dɛ yɛ mɔbɔ ring ɛyɛ aborɔfo ɛna ɔmo ware a ɔmo ntumi nsɔ ɔmo ho enti ɛde saa ɛyi no ɛlɔko wɔn te sɛ small handcuff ɛna dɔɔ mo nsa ɔmo bi wɔ me nsa dabi it's in my mind who ware a wɔwɔ adwene mu ɛna ɛyɛ two handcuffs baako wɔ adwene mu ɛna baako wɔ baabi a yɛde yɛ exercise no nti wode w'adwene top no ɛna ɛlɔko no na ɔmo deɛ no ɔmo ntumi nti ɛna ɔmo de to ɔmo nsa nti ɛno ɛwɔ bible mu wɔse mmerɛ bi bɛba ɛnyɛ Jerusalem na asɛm no nso yɛnkyerɛ wɔ tablet so yɛbɛkyerɛ wɔ mo akoma mu nti baba smary nea mɛpɛ sɛ mekyerɛ wɔ sɛ obi a ɔyɛ Ghana ni biara watena Ghana akyɛ menka special no anea wuro Ghana no wohu ɔbaa warefoɔ a obi anka nkyerɛ wo abɛhu sɛ ɔyɛ ɔbaa warefoɔ mɛpatwɛ wɔ bi sɛ nasɛm
Dabi.
Papa me also.
Oh, then you see Koso.
Who be that as enti who Roman suffer and then Cremoni and then President suffer to President suffer. Papa ya chaguna pastor.
Yeah, said ya was ya no huna and I'd be who say.
The environment, the physical no. How I yen hono. I was wait about for me. Who's about for? No, be a random didn't know about for. I figure about for. We are suffer. Who's your suffer? We are in Cremoni. There's all kinds of me, ma'am. Oh, in the no physical no. In the Alama the power for some say, wait at the chrono. In the Baba, sir, and as someone see. Na vaccine na ba na niema ye be ye no ebetumi am obi agina so say wo mo ye hiafo. How you conduct yourself tanya me de mfanto ama wo no oh into one ama ho kwan say omo nganje o say wo ye hie ni oh into one ama ho kwan a obi ntumi am okwasea. Into that mean that first and I send my job, my baby and I'm the group. Now I was just making a point. Some more fascinating. Into my banana, that might be an over to and yet, if I'm ordering. Media should not do moving yet. So, what are you very beautiful? As someone says, yes, you Ghana, says, you'll tell more of a video because you are jumper or when you don't pursue or order that. No order that. A gay lesbian, and what that? A ya profia no what to pray. Father, for no mobile, no more ticket. I want mission schools no. And a Ghana for and every before. Almost church or almost by teachers. No more foul. Almost a foul mono. Those before no, I was from they couldn't go now that to me I could try to couple. Do some yes, because of the matter. And yet, oh, and my teacher said, super, I was secondary school, bay. That time, history, one now in 10 years, started as homoing. 4 sisters, or more seniors, Form 5. 1 year, on by a small girl, Form 1, Abba, homogyne, no my you home, poor to poor, no for so, and this and now. A Corabako school, no. To tell me about Nanobako secondary school, no funny hono. What do for wife, no? Papa, do for now, boy, on the poor no fire say, never didn't say, you won't say, nobody you say, you'll say. That's about what I get the warfare. Can I dream? No, so munya. I just say, on the banner. But the rock was short to more. I don't know the light and the cow. Even young time, poor young Nancy, I'm secondary school. Yeah, boy side. This year, Bakuya Lieutenant Colonel, Ghana Army. You're going to shoot. Talk. The guy named no money diva. I was going to say, yeah, got no for shoot off. One in a dance for Bakun, so I ain't saying you're going to last bono. Last bono. We won't see. I'm back last month that you know, a committee, no. Nice to turn. What's that getting now? Be a mere no. About 4 piano. About figures now piano. Now, a man. Last boy, you're not to your greenum. Someone can catch it all. But to your question for by your bano or by a bema, stupid boy. What? Open your mouth. But to your greenum. Secondary school. How did this happen? Roman for a mobile school prayer no abrofono. This is how they were doing to the black teachers. Almost Rosary. What do you kind? They go from black teacher or punishment by the Roman priest or headmaster no. But what did I so? Or what about post? I know you know Rosary no. Your heart no. What about Tuso? Sans na teacher for no. Abafunu from choir no. Is there some who nyans say ade we nya dia no. Omo to aso. Now say I think 20 or 15 years ago, and I'm abolished homoing. I was secondary school. Was set up, you had a mount or people have fun and I do. What Pierso, what Tibi Manuel, Oko Classa, and for no troubles at the fact. This is not Ghanaian and you're African because Mimi San Pona, Nancy, a woman, me Pierre, me my mecca and for Biadio. Once I'm here, for Biadia, if I bought you. In Titadia, no woman, the moment you go to secondary school, you're a fee. Secondary school, a Gabon, you are. Was it top Bisa Albiano? When you call 415 about the boo, when him, Timami. Inti, person, baby, bullshit, the next time I was a second terminal. Nothing about Kwamba said, for you are saying, I blame it to be killed. No one your school father. And I didn't do now, Kirby, senior Bifado, school son. On one way, this is not a road. A father, a son, you know. No, but your trouble, smoke, say, Adriana war into Madame for more than so yet. Oh, gun. Well, yes, school father, because I'm all about getting for nippy. Getting for nippy. As a boy from Mobile, say, Macantro. Getting for nippy. Me Tom Brown ni me ina me so fan kakaka na be no fa mo school sa ono mu no wo bola su ala ya boda ni oto first wo su be first school and you say senior na comedy wo kun oh papa sam nkofo we no me sad ni man pray now I'm going back to the center where you want me to be yey so mo si e here for na among Ghana and the Anya Bancroft, I work Ghana as a Siano. Don't do no, you suit near Banty. Omoka say we have one. I'm good. To be honest with you, and I can't some say Jimmy for. Where no. Now, young put it on my jay. Papa, now your hand crack. No, because you're the enviro. I am your Sabbath. Look at your enviro. Your environment. O capital city, I him crow, so in capital city, I him crow, as a honor in the clear, or in the crow. I say, as I take it, Kumasi, I say, who do Kumasi, hey, I'm higher in crow. Ha, and I now say to Ababu, Bombardier this year. Oh, that's it, do you cook Kenya, see now, Kumasi, as a who difference? Can't cry. I am one I have found the same crime. And I go for Ado, Nania Papa. A sense of son of a papa, adding a Bible,
brochire into the so be a wona brodi just special for yi o se debi we ansem peta into mo ba twumbarima o kasa dodo onko na akọ brochire na ha ye fi nti obama me wofa twumbarima na ni ewu me wofa se yema me hwe mfie na ani so aya me wofa wa fidie so ba ka kire into so broni bi hwe ye environment no see ye poor the word poor even is too less to describe us Pasmari. It is Ubisaya, me fire, my no. I am your opinion. Into war, and one my whole coin. Oh, into me, I am a minister. I must say, you say you are rich, but you haven't changed your car. You say you are rich. I am very rich. Don't you see? What do you need that I haven't given to you? Now, minimum, when you be to me, catch them, some of you poor. The way I conduct myself, how I feel. Into me happy. Sometimes I do a certain hey, oh yeah, that is me. Oh, into woman who cry, I know I just oh you hear me, and I will watch me, and I will say, we have not strategically positioned ourselves. We haven't have ourselves hospital, major hospitals in our major cities, and go and look at mom and kids. They want akoda other form akoda ketwa now na sabi na oma ho kwan say we don't need to put up state of the art hospital by common sense and processes. You can train this nurses now omo nya you know obi wo pa no akodi fi akosha no on one home whatever that is critical no you send bicycle motorbike to go with a doctor yan fa bank to the first year in the hospital, say, and koda one room or big hall on the floor. It doesn't make sense. Those in authority have made these people to tell you, the Ghanaian, that you are poor and you have to accept it. Take the provocation and force them to change our environment and our settings. Papa, me they are too so.
Yo, I don't know. Oh, they are too so, papa. And then, many. Ura Abi Bonkomo Kakra earlier on about this very issue. Na baby Ura Abi edify ekuwie obaba abebonchire mu enyina ene say if you can't get your priorities right, you are poor. Asem definition ne dia no or say if you cannot get your priorities right, you are poor. Na ansa na ebe kyerɛkyerɛ saa asɛm a abi ɛka yɛ yi mu no na ase bi ɔno abɛba na wabɛbɔ nkyerɛ mu no yɛ ma bomba de akɔ aba na ɔno so ɛnka bi Prince the Bibi bomba de
Papa
na impum
Miss me la 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 segro oma segro opa segro warabeti segro Papa mi chao
uri eni etie
na etode bia na maka yesusa no na bo se wudi agro utira komazifie de ene me hunkura ya omo chefia eye Y2K generation no Papa na me ra ho omo tifie ya boge ma omo nim de friend no cry say ye boss pa na so pa na say ye bo kan se chaskeli ukakra na jisa ye bampi ne ye boss akode ye ma me ne papa na wakotwa practice na wushim na ye bo enwumre na MP fo kakra ye bonyo oh papa na was uti fifo na was na ye chonyo se singde matuma fongde na na fongde matuma fongde dulu we kanka fo chire na no we ara de jabe ye dia grow ye nyini ye eso ye na the last of the Mohicans no and raho eti say sankofa na eja pandemic kranya ma kra yentimi ankra yentimi anye na pandemic aba amasese se wo hu se yes UK monkra no ebebraye homicide on beso nkom ho cause aye asema e wo ho kese pa na American society nkra yi omonti ase de nti omohye one say who industrial countries say UK America the kind of life they live in a show society The only time in quarantine time so me school now mo hu mo nam for nom na ye sese no osori a ye the computer base in the name osua de wi auto na order obu on so a single room on ne maame single mother dan ya maame wo behu omo kozun so na no na say akra sua de na maame wakodware a sebi na ya se nyinyini ni motom nyini no fu nyina egu so ono won te so dugu kwa no abe so that's here onim de friend zoom ni ade na teacher ya o kire ne ba ya de o tete what is happening maame no masa I say damn, this is my house. What I say? One country abandon the home and bandrao. It is over you now, yes, yeah. And you zoom it now. Papa, enti enormous see area who you see the good old times. Yen na ye papa no me na nanmuka. Ye nyini ye enso to de be ye tu enu ko 20 years ago na no me be ye ya. Now to me say yara hosem enti enkra no me nyini say life expectancy no me nyini say because this year, what about a pandemic? No, I reduce America your life expectancy by 1 year. And once America, when you know, say Bema would be 84 years, or you're about 86. And the only one is reduce Bema is 83 because a pandemic ne couldn't pay brain. Am I a implement why a week? And I have company, you know, because Ghana and even put pandemic running by a crown, papa, not the life expectancy of a Ghanaian or Ghana. Oh, yeah, Bema is 63 years. O your ba 64 nti oba na nyini sin nti papa ya rosem en kanete pa na wo yi krofom wo yi ofokrom araga ana asafone yesi obi ewu ne de the poster bebo autis mami peni pa yesi oba peni wodi be 95 years enza oba peni ene obo hwe poster no oba kra wodi 55 years kra so oba peni na dai eno abie no eti papa me di link na fa me di link with definition for what is a low country and maybe no so what a low country is yes a country or what less developed industrial base so you show industry now a too low that's a negligible producer maybe I read about could be in Katiaba could be we and one on out of base 1 billion producer just a negligible into we a less developed country and obi aswa or my more low human development index low human development idea a bit more boy say impon about Maslow. The hierarchy of needs say and no be we nipa nka so nya a basic so benya shelter atade electricity water clean water a basic and is over America almost say they've gone past third world problems now they are facing first world I can say issues it ain't can be 20 years sana na America na Ghana tie no almost they be empanisa say you be go in mase America became America after almost 150 years after just right after the Second World War ended in 1945 and San America almost be ye mu se there be Saturday Soviet Union and then a win munyam Soviet Union a can say Austria Austria Polynesia almost a kingdom no be Austria ni Hungary Satam no omne rule the world no and so anyone the Hungary be any Austria be eti said the fire chief defined na manage home when ye any perception and nipa wo anyone kasa wodewura wo boy no ene men kopon hu se bu yo hiani obu o ha ope banche simple na so that's here ope banche simple na ukwa kurasi a ono nefo what was ya range no wo na odun se bi o de bi onye hiani wo krom kasa kwa na wo yo hiani because life and from a papa or homie and humi bi uti akra ne kumase and from a bonne gata a choke gata mu awansa na wache na wudie wo be yare so do te kurase kwa na onko yare ko so die adwane pa organic food contomri ona na edua Japan for say eat what you grow and grow what you eat do to kumase na akra wo jinso what city ama se no wo na ewu and omo wo Facebook no one te kurase ye nyina 29 30 31 32 40 wakwa ye bia 49 omo nyina ti kumase na akra and from a born se bi ne etafem ne yare diarrhea behavior ne ekuku yesa enti papa na middle linki 600,000 doses ne ban enra said ye na ejachum kan no mekohwe bi te se wotumi se papa echen fanfe akwese said ye prempa asemi ho abia otumfo bebodwa akwesede no wotumi se na wohwe ayi ye dia ba ye di play mu aba na madam fin papa mami peni busan se na prince na ade omuri we no oye doctor obisa se na ade no frozen storage facility na cause papa won say ade eba no makajo say one hwe ye na one se bi ni ye papa ade no nyina ebesai say ansa kra na we use onipa no by the time we be wie no na wa cause problem among amanipa no already medical church eye no mapi obi a vaccine bia ne de ene de etimi ye na eno mu tama mo ye vaccine no so papa tie din ni yo ya de ne fe covid-19 me boa enti e sha se ye be 2019 ana November. Hello.
Yeah, bombard the audio tie ko so.
Ha e sha se 2019 enti e ba ye na e see China for no mu keep secret na ko say ade ne omutimi hande bi mu na wiase nyina beten officially World Health Organization to ene be ye say after the free China ko other countries about pandemic it is November December 2019 before then one na intelligence adwuma omu sebi intelligence omu ko blue pajamas enko hwe oba to ne no ne sebi na ya se nwia say kokko na say tuntum wo yi na so nyi na be ma no so national security so ye change your star be like that wa pagya ne nine wa pagya ne hwa hwehwem no wa pagya ne ti aha ona ye national security for Ghana and sa pepe omo dem say de be enya sa they had the intelligence say BBC it nkofo bi hya say ye 10 say ade ne de aberu system ne mu na de ne yenye ena omo nim say ye wo eye medical pharmaceutical companies omo na bit my sa vaccine to omo ko from epidemiologist omo ko from epidemiologist biologist any Papa, mama, 1 minute, me ba.
Yo, yama 1 minute. Na wasaba. Bombardie no ono nso ede ne de so. Ye sha se ye nkomodi ni ebusi ye ho asem ketewa bi ebusa se what is the definition or what is the measure of poverty? So will be because will be a poor. What do we use as the measure of poverty? Na madi kan ka kire say me ni wura be ebo nkomo kakra no. Or say if you cannot get your priorities right, you are poor. If you cannot get your priorities right, you are poor. Hey, as I'm guessing you. Also far the bra, ate. Unti ase or how you measure poverty no. Also far the bra. Ye ku yenima far the bra. Ye musa Uncle Body. No so mfa na dwenkyere emra. Uncle Body ho.
Aja na de my PC kakra bintu mamta.
Mati mema type na ansa na meko oba Patricia so no. Mamen kanfo Above All Storms Herbal Center UK. Emfa maun. Above All Storms Herbal Center. Jumekuwa openi Bismarck Twinebo akudua na eda no openi wa bene ye hahama enumamu chese heba medicine wa bin mu papa natural supernatural ene bema koko edidu sisimu ama untimi mfaya obama ho aduro bema sese no untimi enko adwuma yie nkokwan ko adwuma yie exercise ni untimi nye ni yie nti ye fro kodwo papa no eno so obama ho aduro kama bema ojo nso every 1 hour ojo nso be 4-5 times oyare abanesa untimi mfaya na isa o fire crampa obutu so na jonso ade na so koye de be ukodwo nso a disrupt to case no eno so prostate enlargement Dr. Bismarck Twinebo akudua obedi hu dwuma na baabi a wa binimu pa kese oba ohia wo o say how your speciality pa enti so ohia wo nko ade a Dr. Bismarck Twinebo akudua Above All Storms Herbal Center obedi wasem kama ayede be edi amount na ebia na ensema mi wo bosu no obia na wo peculiar case bi obehia special support uni hakra Above All Storms Herbal Center ewo Dagenham na me the number maun tro to hono na frɛ no ene nimbuku appointment neko o ha obia Dr. Bismarck Twinebo akudua ebeboa ama wanya no aduro kama se o frɛ no a bomodia frɛ no ewo 0044 74 17 57 27 87 0044 74 00447572787 anaasɛ 00447466409439 00447436 I'm sanka bio nyapotre 00447466409439 00447466409439 anaasɛ 00447597973909 00447997973909 frɛ above all storm ɛwɔ numbers a mede ato dwa yi ɛso na ohaw biara no fakoda no obɛboa ama wanya no aduro kama above all storm so say hey, is there anything too hard for the Lord? Na say Genesis chapter 18 verse 14 yɛnto ayɛ nkɔmmɔdie so ɛnɛ anuanom bebree adwa kakra ɛyɛ akɔyɛ similar to emra owura Donald Trump ɛkɔka sɛ Africa ɛyɛ shit hole no amanfo dwa pa a similar one we deɛ other newspapers anaasɛ wɔn a report events no ana yenro yi ekoduru Ghana yenro vaccines ni koduru Ghana no wɔn report a wɔn say it's part of a program to help the poorest nations. And yedi kind. Next I say poorest nation. Next the kind party any super poor super poor because say any idea shall say yeah obi say a gateway and the gateway to poverty so yes on the idea shall say as I'm kese ama manfo adwa nene yebusa what is the measure of poverty? Say kase will be a poor a dear any the measure sadie no fire wabo nchiremu bombardier enso abo nchiremu abi na me catch say ye bon komo earlier on asem a wo kan ye nyina or say irrespective of who you are, if you cannot get your priorities right, you are poor. What is the measure of your what is the measure of poverty to you? Asem ni nyina eno no ansa na enkoma aka no ye dia so yenti oba bombardier so aba enti bombardier nto so wi a oba Patricia boabo aho ne boy enkomo bombardier yenko
me da say Patricia chao enti no se na me kan enti poverty no eye no mapi no betima ye papa as eye world data lab hwemom hu say out of the 55 countries of Africa no 42 are considered poor, they are in poverty. And in 16 of those countries, the poverty rate is rising. So I say, out of the 42 countries now in Africa, we are poor. No, almost 27 of them, no, it was Sub-Saharan Africa. You can Sub-Saharan Africa after Libya, now say back from Chad, could see South Africa. Let's say, 27 there, from they are part of the world's 28 poorest countries. And papa nya say bi obi na ebo na awan mu na e kasa we poor and come na can asem or say Africa is rich or say Africa is poor, but it is the people above the land who are poor. Africa is rich, but it's the people above the land who are poor. Open the richest country continent in the world, Africa. In terms of our resources, one continent bien was had the and more from crime on one. Why am I in your gold exchange? London, Africa, your gold, no number one producer of gold, South Africa, Ghana. One am in your I can say cocoa, a stock exchange, London, Ghana, and Ivory Coast, diamond, Oko, Eastern and Southern Africa, diamond on the day, DR Congo, Tanzania, South Africa, even Ghana, Crano, your diamond, Akucha, diamond, Yakan Wasem. But the one to me and you so gumption said yen and Namkano, and to me utilizing resources near the mouth for the betterment of a people. I'm a people named free minimum wage and living wage there, and then you regard as a poor. Enti metric no enye obi na bonus say dey South Africa na zene. Ebi, o see, she say 55 countries in Africa. Not 42 are regarded poor, which is 76%. 76 13 na kano metma ka say menyanhwe yin metma bokro be 13 na kano omunye pon metma ka say South Africa omna the largest economy Egypt, Algeria, Morocco wo sa Arab most Northern Africa not for no metma fa be almost 90% out of the one was any be South Africa South Africa any be Rwanda or Eastern. So that's here ain't papa mimi to way. Yes, who told what we had no do. Me cover be say hear me say a Caribbean is in Bapos, can say the fire chief cano. Now, so we come kwa Papa, I also say in Chroma time, no, Ghana was not regarded as a poor country. A free transition name of Bana from 1844, you son in the born of Southbound, some of the southern chiefs, almost sunny, Saturn, Go Coast, no, you're rich. And no man said the fire chief because say ring in the say Jamaican and no man the likes of Don Diego de Zambuja or Mufi Port Satana Portugal or one of the top European countries and then they hear as a media or buy say hey go in here and first Lamina and the better Elmina and the almost say Elmina Casino and the course for 130 years of rule in 1957 independence Saturn and Chroma and now no Archibobo and Obekai me man a list of and normal in Chromatan na ye near Samoka and yena yebe Toyota money ones on Bagano near Samoka. Ya Samboka, ya Samu television. Ya kasi ye dry glass, ye glass, ye lubes near your rubber western region, ye plastic chest ni norma. Gihog a group of industries, state enterprises and Chromasamano, Satana Ghana and your poor. Etene, work what you. Last year, pandemic buy about $1 billion. IMF say yen fambe coronavirus normal. Papa 1 billion. Who divided 1 billion by Ghana population of 31 million krana 1 billion. Kanka senkano could be a binya 12 zeros. 12 zeros. 1 billion divided by 31 million 6 zeros. Nako so that's here. Nako so could be almost best 3,200 cities. Musa says can ye day. The ATN say a finance minister or no say something was say a hot meal and uncooked food. What's what the total PPE still na hospital wants the PPS and still munye e bienye baby $1 billion oh. Papa news kakito which is almost 6 billion Ghana cedis multiplied by 10,000 never call all cedis no enko calculator so. And no one IMF nso so my $100 million I can say World Bank so my $100 million. Now be 1.1 billion. Yes, I call I can say I think say one of the fund this Stosteni and I say so ko yi $300 million dollars wom. Make buy and be 1 billion no would you be at one it time a year vaccine na no afrefe Pfizer money you say yen so your dignity is here the said the America try 1 billion Canada for Euro for chase Canadian no so dear ko na say so umbo wa bra yen would you do would you do I can say cocoa near you say what and hot meal on cook food near you do na mo keep here mo tax haven a country say Panama a New Jersey UK any in other countries Switzerland no go account no munti no and say no mo pay ade free and we open ade free be nka say we poor e be den nka say we poor cause mo hwe wo human in development index na Ghana have an eda ye na baby a ensure nipa benom ensure ko ene garam say phone nyina sani ye eti no or share human index or share way drinking water. Do you have access to clean drinking water? No. Ensure every Ghana water company beba kwa no garam say so ni nyama water treatment plants omo timi treat nso no enti so da ko say no Tom Brown no who sanitation so way sanitation president can say in 4 years time Accra will become the cleanest papa why and now no yes since la da pass dey be second term dey be me once was 4 years. Sila no one at Ghana, particularly MRAP epidemic catch say Accra ye clean na. So can you say 10% clean plan me. It will sanitation ye shani now ye show chrono or ball like chrono or people's mindset. 1 or 2 ball go abroad does miss you any a bullet because na ko bridge no e wo choko ye esla ho no na ebubu bridge no cause e yinkwa no
because di nsuo ne garbage bridge into me hodi na omasa show hygiene wa pomodin to say yade a say preventable say malaria kwa na eku yen every year 1 million African children under 5 years in the ewu yes such pollution and no chloroform kotema asap na kohwe obi afanis can say speakers with the sabonting for meanwhile according to EPA environmental protection agency no or say noise level no ankokra no akwa a baby at 25 decibel during the daytime na ko be 11 decibel during the night and so na obi kono obi blaze and number 50 it will be a yasuru nyina sisi it's a canning album. And the papa, sa one on Moody Sadim, you're from Cobas. Na Cobas, no, a Jahoma, a acronym, Nanidian Kasaye, COVID-19 Vaccines Global Access Facility. COVID-19 Vaccine Global Access Facility. In your church, Cobas, only this 600,000. The woman say, Omu who say, O mine on Moody Sebi. Omo bishi no omo se yare ne ba ya na omo se debi eni sebi a healthy nation papa is what a wealthy nation yes na mka no
sabe pepe
owa pomuden no oyodefo cause we yade na odisika kakra na aka no because na wunya de a kakra na aka no obetum da bibi etomo ye fantastic papa I start January na Canada more vaccine than their 36 million population, or more twice more than that. I almost say because he who pays the piper costs for the tune. But no, the taxpayer money, I could share the or say on 36 million and quite a double dose into one and a bit more best 76 million a year, 36, a bit more 72 million. When you know, and was any extra, another 72 million, twice the population. It is a BB send as the Ukraine as a and vaccinate to another third timer or is secure on the dose. America population is 25 million people. Or my invest more than 10 billion. At the question Pfizer, Moderna. PPN Satan last year, 2 years ago, March nearby in America, she didn't know more episode. Which 10,000 could 20,000. Why you ready? What born the brave ye? To say the Oka Ghana, O Passase, O Yen Unyabi, the one this guy read no Bakoto, Bibiaba, or in your scaffold didn't can ye. 80 Ghana no. So Koba Bisian and Cody 1 billion, a Eurobond, Rosho, no Sika Koje, bonds are well raised 10-year bond, 20-year bond, 3 billion, cry Eurobond and say 3 billion. Would it be too? No, say, a buy a Pfizer, Mr. And yet, yes, Minister of Health, Mumbra, send a yen calculation, Ghana population, no what free. Can say your department of in charge of census no maba Ghana Statistical Service no maba okay Ghana crown or something papa some census which is very very critical and no remember how every 10 years be say census because of no maybe say no say dinka year crowns and yes about registration no or say census according to the constitution every 10 years be about as I'm say the last one year 2010 or something year 2020 by yetimi since year 2021 on the key census now and no bit mama demographics obian age race religion and any job do o adwuma do onye adwuma do yare do onyade nyan kai samin kasase nyina ho papa says a population about 31 million now wako 31 million okay au so may be yes so kon Pfizer Moderna yenko Russia for Sputnik yenko AstraZeneca for okay you better be say 10 million ye todo don't mod be my say okay be one vaccine no o de hwemo ka ye de America $20 and mod ye be mom be say $5 enye hwe no also papa also one ga so to sika to ade be also say de also cherish no so that's here me kai say ye ti komasifie na me papa na mama no musu 14 inch black and white television no na eda Mammy free German papa free German modi a color TV buy papa no one say yes my parents or my jomudin o call for Chrome extension and raga akoseku and call for free so nyina be hwe the friend no a color TV mammy the toye o bad was sorry power paper na de ho wo hwe me mammy divider e de na eni ho 55 can say omo area na it is a wush divide and sardine munigation ka f on the turn ade ko yi kakra wo hwe kakra I inspire no na de na hye me mami abnafo so de oya no it will do sika to bibia wo se wan kasa wo ni die ni dignity enu nche se bi obi timi che wode na mmom no one kasa deliberately wo ye hu sa de ehia na se ehia na se wo ye sa de obi embu eti covers na eti ye no papa de eti ma no say yenim say ebi ntimi nto na ebu won so a ono anka so mo na bra ye nti say papa say ye hia world health immunity ye ka herd immunity na o say do population yare ni timi kun nipa na affecting baby na the body immune system no o timi produce antibodies after the ultimate recognize yare menye bida it say ye here almost say nipa was 7 billion ye here almost by 70% of the world population say o metime ya best to man so menya o ma build immunity fighting say nya sa dia American industrial country omunya na say ya kan ye nya bia papa ye concentrate adwuma enu nti na cobas for no be mu say there bi say ade ne anhwe ye na industrial countries no omo bomb be ye rich countries no America, Canada, European countries ni won maka no see ya omunya bi na say the rest of the world ye yenye na de enye hwe ye say we mu de omo bomb bra ye say de enim dada no ade omu say gold ho ona ni gold no fanya gold business no on ton na o say there be gold bars no emro fo be fa no mo call gold business no mo sa meto ya boden ene ahwe de ne nya ye de be raw materials no nkofom de ye ni mo dada ukoka be kase be racist ntino de yenka no ntum ye ni cobas energy omobobo anoa no mo se sikafo se Bill Gates mo ne Jeff Bezos ni other countries in America so donate bi no ka ni nyina abom mu and am se Pfizer we de wadaroma Mr. Musankofo de mun da multi price so maye na adoye nkofo ye no omo ye humanitarians no enye nipa ye nyina ye nipa de ba bi ye humanitarians na yenjiji ni nyina eti omo ye bi omo ko Indians omo ye generic drugs no a cheaper rate and omo ko ye ye friend COVID shield no and na ye ne other name ne ye AstraZeneca and Sputnik V no Sputnik V no and the first satellite ye de ko wiem Russia for de kom the first artificial body the core out of our atmosphere no in the first Sputnik 5 Russia for so na ye no mo de to vaccine so enti ade bia na novelty bia no Russia for tie use name to say novelty and almost Russia for so no ye no ko kasa covers for no di bia ba ya chicha ama 55 Africa countries no obi anya 600,000 enti Nigeria anya 600,000 other Egypt no obi anya 600 enti Ghana ye na the first country in the world that COVID initiative no omodia bray ya onse nra yebo yebo se ne yesa do wane keteni nya no na papa makaja say omo yesa de nyakopon hira mo pi se ja omo hu oni bia mo na kanye sa ne ko se ba de enye sa ne ba de se de na no bitu no say by the rivers of Babylon there we sat down and yeah we wept when we remember Zion said ye nanom kai kwam kuma time na ka yem mom na di sika koma Guinea ni Mali any other countries and then the obi a wo ade pabi and the sese de obi a na me ton kokunu and the sese de masa abono no na nkofo sun omo kai Ghana pa ni and we keke yit mi to entenye hwe papa anya ba wie dia kana in the doors so aban the two bears 2 months ago so ma put up a committee papa mo so de
Bambadi na ya na fa ano to na ya ma the papa Patricia emra nti wadaroma ya na randa
oma for me committee say ende kra menya ma ye infographic kama so me in 3 stages na yi no eti echire so no ye beka ho asem na other forms of vaccine so no efficacy rate nyina no me betu dwa na wohu kwa the also ye any the also ye I don't know how effective it's going to be because we also look at the historical skepticism about vaccines and the mindset of Ghanaians towards vaccine no now a bit more first a bit more converse in also get 20 million people. I don't know how they're going to get that unless they be decree near the soldier for Coco Feed. I don't know say how many Ghanaians or mangas be from face say ko ni nyina no ye behwe na ye ka ho asɛmti na fire chief papa ne enwanom ne kakra so a ko eposo bi konyaa no da sipi
ya da si bebre ya ba so bio na Amfa Patricia say ha wada Roma una dro so bayan komo Patri
fire
ya nya me do papa obia so afo nti obia so afo dia ayeja na eda abawa so no bayan komo ni enko
ma fi obia na de na eko
say news as say ya kan wan sam na item no say bra covid na duro bedru Ghana
na Ghana for etwumomo me na media reportage aba say ampa Ghana for ye hiafo pa na ye bisa say dia and ye measure who is poor and dia and who be so measure say this person is poor and what are the background am can tell no idi Moza Bafo say they have sent some of the sister COVID let do nibia koma poor nations dia and
But we've always been poor.
This is poor in the boy come papa boy come
Now fire, then sabio, black man. Sometimes we don't seem to face reality. You can say poor, aren't we poor? We're so broke and poor. And we'll be so broke and poor. You better broke and poor forever. Why? Because Yankasa na I've been feeling away. Na ya adwin pa. Ya adwin sabio da be na ebesesa na be ya adwin pa ma yetimi take off poverty in our environment. Yeah, ni adwin pa. I mean, let's face reality. We don't have anything to boast of. The over young so you better number from. And who are we? Who are we? What's our identity? Do we even know our identity? I don't think we know. We don't know our identity. Yeah, we any name any name. And criticism. Yes, sorry, yeah, boy, who put yes. What is the white man doing? They are doing and thinking fast and better. At the almost 250 years a year. Now that Ben are catching up with them. Fire. Research has already shown.
Perspective, ama makuma tu kakra. What's ye bedi here bubu isa forever.
If we don't change our mindset, and I don't think we're changing. Yeah, and changing, yeah. Almost take it change. They eat and speak change. And they make room for the little brains. Brains na empty cry na day. The brains in Africa that are empty, they even make the most noise. Obinya pulling it down, pull me down syndrome, and no any anymore. That is all we are good at. Not a vaccine by a sabio, wa, menam wa, masam no. Obian force you, Obia, so Obian cover vaccine. Why we so black-minded? Vaccine, if you are anything here for you, enyaba. To say HIV, may no fire. Abesin ne black man ben and in nedro yaja too. Fire. Black man ben. It's why we not facing reality. That negative energy say we are having now. Can we turn into positivity for once? For once. Yes, you say be mo kwan na mama ke catch man for say mama nkowa ade no ye de call e krase ho no mo ba bi no mkola ho nyina adwane just say the school no krom nko bi
hey over the price
say o my no you
Patricia answer na beto aso na mimisa wo asemi aha no ade yi eba ye no omo educate masses no akere say yesha ase wo esoro nyaba form ena nkrofo a omo key staff especially nurses and doctors ena carers omo second category ena third one no nkrofo a omo clinical issues say obi abi asasabro bi ana kuma bi you know what I'm talking about me medicine person but those who have medical problem the third category no
conditions
indi yade wo Ghana dia hihye na omuaye ana se omuaye mra bi nso ato se me kai se polo vaccination is no compulsory because of the law ndi ubagbo enkomo afa ho category omuaye a omode ebe bo panie ana vaccine se mra bi
fire you sees it. The truth is the we only work through the FDAs. We only have the FDAs for now, and that's where we know for sure it's been approved. myself, I've read all their reports. It's been approved. Well certified outside there, some of them certified, and even Ghana, you drew an almost FDA, so almost kind of credit. Yeah, it's been certified. It is, and say I see a really a canker. Say a national canker. Na say enya bana say bebo ebi pan. Why are we also talking against it? That's my word. Why are we against it?
I need them Matthias here. Now me pese bi a say what to say. Me pese who how spread no. Either is from the bottom up or up bottom. So the match how do you know?
For now, no. Almost use regions wherever they feel the we near high risk areas, no. Na matter say almost 30 because you see, I know I said if it top down and her could go down because you know our problem in this our country. Into no almost one no from risk areas now far better than would if it top about down top no if you hold and says I are so much or no sabio when you see be or the back abroach be na yeah finance minister no
top no main those who have income I'm talking in terms of age on the me catch was had no top down and then clinical for until sabia go for sabi one for two very man age and
until media to me I feel say low key areas now also almost 30 feet. That's me my take.
Deputy Speaker, me do asenama so mu ha se na Patricia asama fire ebusa no me hwe document bi wa ha se, right?
Yeah.
Na on this document now, what is telling us a breakdown of baby in Runibay de ebe kokono, right? Na
okay.
Healthcare workers ebenya 16%, that is ombenya 80,933 doses. Na is nipa 80,933 and ebenya edru nibi, right? Comorbidities omono benya 121,490. Security personnel ebenya 80,362. Persons of 60 years and up ebenya 92,000.
60 plus, yeah.
And 38. Executive, legislature, and judiciary ebenya 5,500. Teaching hospitals and research institutions ebenya 30,288. And teachers 50 years and under. And public and private essential utility. Okay, public and private ebenya 21,570. Essential utility and general worker and subenya 21,570. And other segment not allocated ebenya 6,040. Okay, other segments near 6,040 and not allocated so far 62,494. That is how Omashisha say a drone distribution. Why?
Yeah. But me point is say they are not. We are already nankasa. Nipa do nankasa no. I don't know whether this education still has to cascade down because no matter how we say you was through her in terms of education elite. We have all this data and probably gotten the enlightenment. I'm saying education is still not gone down to Omona. Make a look here. We all know who they are. Omon Shada and elite. Omon so anything goes into them. So almost calling masses on our population. They are the masses in our community or environment. And what can we do to also get that message to Omono? Because they're also part of it. And Omono in already saw most of them have been brainwashed. I don't know how they got brainwashed, but they don't just want it. They believe almost still quite believe say I ran beer anymore. Because for them, Obi market, then HSA will be in your they've been here for almost the area where you can almost a year now. Almost so be in your here. So why the vaccine? Anti-vaccine by Jumama a binomo. And I can sure say about less than 50% who are ready to take the vaccine.
Okay.
Now, what of the masses? No, they can easily affect others. They are not even ready to go near the vaccine.
Say, my can say, your man Penny will be the first person to take the vaccine. Would that be enough to convince Ghana for
No,
to take it?
no. They are not. They won't take that. Already no. They are already seeing it as such. Until then, yeah, more for more down one. Almost when the papa. Almost the they are the masses. Until if they don't get it right, what is the use of this vaccine? Because me we know say kakra new year nwuhwe kra no ye bebo ye ho ban just like the yellow fever. Ghana niji otu kwan o man visa now say on bebo covid vaccine dey bebo. Also nim so otu kwan kwa amonane but otini kro mu ha pa o man vaccine onye.
Speaker.
All right. Fire.
Patricia, asem bia o kan asase no to me it was very profound and Sebia Obama wako asite how kumsina angababwa deputy.
Na why no fire.
Asa
ya why no.
O can say yanya no region ana sanso oba say yan hwe ba bia ade no apagya no. Oh distribution we on ye no entoma adwumi yi. On say o can say obi wo ha wote akrasi bi wono ohun so bia ayare ana wu this induka say onwa on mewo voluntarily on mewo unless by law what they say so such people they don't need it actually they don't need
it fire law ni say what they kwachiche na akwa ende law no so onwa onwo I think say
thank God for no omo hia nti anka me no mbefa wo plan no ba bia
omo hia
no aban anhwe ba bia figures no e wo soro a ngofo bebre anya bia eye it will harm the economy directly no one
but that's what I'm saying
as nti
so I'm saying the high risk
figures dia ngofo bebre wo ha mo de beko aduo ne be se kwa obeko no
yeah seriously I'm making
I didn't say actually as any amame no me occupation na say Ghana ye ni occupation for the farming papa small you why him say farming wo ho farmers oh what's
actually
but do you know that we have 64% of our population are farmers but do
farmers
judiciary anya bi o judiciary o manya bi because almost check executive o manya bi omo na they need to be example. I have no problem with the executive. What about parliamentarian?
Fire. And I can know. I think, sir, at the end, we all know where the triggering areas are. I think that's the only best option. And almost why we should do the best option. And it's we have to really educate them. Education in Ponko, Papa. Education in Ponko, as in they know already about vaccine. They be at internet so they share vaccine. And some of us can mention one or two which worldwide, globally, standardized, or accept me and you we know. No, what that when the farmer now can only more. Only me say no, and no news to be a share. Yeah, then Kolani bomb go school Nicaragua because I think it's gone down on their head. Some do school pay the more. Why should it be so?
Okay, all right then.
So there's a problem in here. Yeah.
Baba Smiley.
Fire, man, run up and na yema ofa kofi bra
mama Patricia mama nanko ogo
maninwie na yema ofa kofi na owa hene champion momrem wati oba Patricia yenko e run up my why
yeah papa until the American say I don't know what we're going to do but chale yenye education then call down. I think that's the only way around it. Yeah, education is so cool because possible say those immediate guys are now risk areas or more say no man say send a fire can pharmacy when they get more we are dead and doomed because the world we can't do anything in Ghana in this honey focus and at least a lot of education be done there with examples. Ghanaians we don't really believe in things that are in a book. We should just set examples for them to see. Yeah, will be within 2 weeks and that kind of thing. We don't need somebody to tell us. We should get it down ourselves.
Okay.
Why?
All right then. I'm a fair Patri. You better was Patty. You better was pa na yako of a coffee tune very much. Say, me share a yina. Ya de ashim say about a for no 64 no one be nyebi. Intine be an offer. Your friend and I are trying to let us say when you're prepared. And me want it there. Ova coffee. Akwabo.
Major so papa, everybody on the platform this afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, if I say good afternoon, we'll be on your so why, Miss Ramo? We'll be on your so. What
Afternoon, what fight today?
Oh, good afternoon, sweetheart. How are you? How are you?
I'm good.
Andra, me by radio so but man ti unka. Dabre na why you busy? One team member. So Andra.
And now buy no or Saira Kakra, Intina. Or Saira.
Anyway.
You, offer.
Yeah. My network was bad yesterday. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Okay.
You, offer, any, yeah, queen him now, and son ever call as some Cassia and Casasuno. He say, no, make your hair breakdown, and say, offer, who told so bit my organ at the be without even coming over. And see, over what they know her now, Baba, ye be now.
Oh, Papa Smiley, you never cease to amaze me. You never cease to amaze me. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. The airport sort of say, I mean, what's happening? I mean, yesterday, when the Emirates aircraft touched down at Kudaka Airport, 7 o'clock in the morning, and all the noise, razzmatazz we are making about it, I watched it and I nearly shed tears. Yet, we are seeing. Date you were saying. Yesterday was the 24th of February. Yesterday was exactly 55 years ago when the best political leader, the best and the greatest, Kwame Nkrumah, was overthrown by some criminal elements who could not win power. When they couldn't win power through the ballot boxes, they ganged up and collaborated with their foreign neo-colonialist agents and destroyed the CPP administration. And for the past 55 years, anybody who is honest will notice, especially, maybe, no. Many people are not old enough. They did not see the Nkrumah regime. They've seen, but people who were around there, you notice that Ghana has been walking backwards till now. We are still walking backwards. Bibi Abada, I pedestrian, ugly no, go car. How's that COVID-19 about? But conspiracy theories, and before they make that noise. Say the Ghana had here and rather permit I do my film. And go for me, but was see, would not a pioneer in the war. Who's a Ghana for the sex identity? And will bear my and sorry, would not be your yeah. And some but as well can when you listen, you hear Ghanaians talking. It borders on madness. There's no sense in what you're saying. And then meaning cophobia to the area. Oh, na Mr. Chung, Adia, Uber, Namsi. Market can say Abrofo Ebabi Kuye. I say we buy more than 15 million people have been vaccinated in the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister of Britain, Boris Johnson, behaving as a leader. He's taking and protecting his citizens. So you're depending about the war before the year. Why is he vaccinating over 15, 17 million people in Britain? And still going on, still counting. Africa, you don't have the money. I said, no, MPP for your primary, but he's Sika. Rabba Patricia, what's it, Tema? Bakubiti or Tema East, Ni Kwati, Titus Global. One of that delegates of what Tema East, 700. He found money to buy flat screen television for each and every one of the 700, plus fridges and the Sika and several other people. Where did they find this money to do what they did? Yadia Abba globally. Yeah, Abrofina trust here. I research what scientists. You were gonna how The government hasn't got the money to give to our researchers, scientists, to work around the clock to come out with a vaccine. They go car, MPP, NDC, MP, and drone from so we are making the same foolish noise. Nanka, as someone because be power free, I buy what they say. We are looking at the best practices. Abrutire said they're not Mr. Elijah Mensa United Kingdom. They've set up a plan. Very open society, very fair, organized society. You're starting free. One more elderly, maybe at the 85, 90, only free. Abrutire Scaffour Power Hole. We'll be to say David Beckham is a young man, he's a multi-millionaire. Ultimate jump queue that with all his money. So, when these are 85 and I'm going to see. If you want, we are frontline workers, nurses, doctors, or more care workers, near 84, near about 85, near about 75, 60, nearby years, so there to kill down. We have to wait your turn in the queue. Said the British society said the laws of example queue said where we are a conservative party, we are Labour Party, we didn't wait. Nobody is jumping the queue. Protocol be any baby. Yeah, Ghana, how your society, I've been saying for a long time, say most Ghanaians, but then we are genetically congenital liars, and I'll prove it to everybody. So far, about quite to me, the structure, yeah, the best says, now me say, says finance and running and they say, yeah, they call where the numbers are high. Why can't you show? Yeah, we been in Ghana group, Sanka, share some of the best practices to serve with the we share and penny for the elderly in the face. It depends who come class pano. If you know the 90, 95, you come in 100 for almost the same a year. And one word in 90 years or tia. You may get maybe 1 or 2 B. But don't only in our villages. So far, information minister Yanka before yesterday, Emirates flight, to airport. Nanka was starting one now with the megaphone, walk across here, all the 16 regions. What your Supreme Court, and the Biago, and the end, interlocutors, and the end, Tatuskata, and Warrior. He's only information minister for government propaganda. Yaria Bar, I affecting the entire nation, and your MPP and your NDC. And the president of the Republic, when sworn in, Okuta Finano, what promises said he will protect the Republic of Ghana and then the citizens of Ghana. So far, with the pandemic, the president's protection, the citizens and the Republic of Ghana. Oh, the way I started, a lot of people will never get a chance to have this vaccine in Ghana. Why do we do this to ourselves? Me, I am the way in Ghana, who structure, who the call, Yabakasa, who call Casa, Yanya careful crano, a bedroom baby crano, we could have a cast of vaccine in the crano. So I buy the BBC, who has a baby, government medical stores came up, you see, a jatu, and you jan too, a body food. They said that we enrolled to Toma private clinics, and when we did the eyes in the shade, you cover your tracks now. Ghana for congenital, genetically congenital line, you are yet careful if you grab it. Now, I hope it does. I hope it will not come to that. But the body for your also. I will expect, I'll keep on praying, sir. I ban and share the best practices. Said here, a drone, our country like Great Britain. Young share and penny for the first. This is the country we don't look after the elderly. We don't look after the elderly. Nobody can. We are penny. That's a way of bar. Say a rabba Patricia, not what your grass here in Grana, not where we are. You because we're by 4. Moment, over the 80, 70, 80 years, we are by 4. What kind of society is this? Joe, yeah, I dream by ye. I laid down proper structures near megaphone near Namukrasi. Are you any bad yet to be Nabco Fui, unemployed graduates, pay them well. Scanabudia Party, MPP, and this. Pay these people well. No, I'm in every village to village. No, I'm treat them. I do not bow. And then you have to work together with the traditional rulers. I him follow and you will degrow for because Odikro Kasa, nipa no yɛ gidi ɛkyɛn politician ɛkasa. So far, any liaison between the political class and any traditional ruler. So, if you can really not get here, Kojo Akufo no akɔ ɔno otumfo akasa no otumfo so akasa akyɛ na himfo wo asantema mu nyinaa aduro na yo me nananom ɛba aban anya bi di abrɛ yɛsrɛ mo woti mam na ho ɔde a wo na wo nkwa obiaa nyintum ne ngo na de yɛse no wo a wo nan bɛtia wo furu bɛtia ɛnya no korɛ ɛyɛ nsɛmhunu no wakyerɛm obiaa bɛgye di. So far I've not seen that happen. I'm not saying that.
Now, of Agofio, Angelo, what should I say? He's seen or he's had a lot of education going on radio and TV, but obviously, no, there is more that needs to be done. So, internet education, idea. No,
but education on radio, yes. I do my FM. I do my FM. Make us the government should go to the grounds, go to the villages. Radio okay. I am Kraha, Peace FM, I do my FM, Joy FM, dear, okay FM, go to the villages. And nipa to run baby, pa ya nipa baby or cry. Good boy, you show who tells you what. Radio there were infant. Who does that gather baby or her? I tell you, look, I hope so. OT, baby or ya will do your program for baby or who could have phone crowd, who have reception. This is who could not people be so. I think radio crowd better now. Let me just say, please, let's face the fact. The best way to go around, send people to go to the people who could have megaphone, but it's now village to village. And they work together with the Odikro, the traditional rulers. People believe them more than the political class. Messi, Santihini, who are Boja. Now, what is what Casate the him for Shana CS, or Tihini, who are Boja, Yana, Tolona, Tamalehine, Tonisi, Ahimfo. And who will go and take it down to the minutest part. Now, when you tell me, say, education that goes to radio, yes, meeting Kraha, all the radio stations. But is that the same when you go into the hinterland? That is not the case. When you face the fact.
Okay.
That, radio education is going on at the crowd Kumasi, Jakra, and Cape Coast. My worry is to go down where the population density. Who a Grebiasia? A Grebiasi. Papa Kosi Beno, they don't hear baby and son. Mamma Bessa, what did I would do? Mammy Cohen, one and Lucia, who can bubble one, Papa, Bob Rapa, Wawu, a Jew. What would you never go across? Radio Ben will muti. As a way, these are the sort of people I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Mimi Tinkraya, Angelo Tinkraya. I mean, education, make sure that there's a ban to move out of Accra and go to the villages. And I know Abaya Juma, a border rule and information, but for Casa information, Abaya, they will both for. I've not seen him step outside of Accra. Every day he's in Accra at the Supreme Court. That is not his job. His only job. First, and then Maya about and run. And now because I can be what VAT, what enough, what do a certain region. I tell you what to Sunyane, I tell you what to OT region. What one can say, that is how it's done.
Yes, open so no one a cram megaphone, the choir said you know.
Master, you don't think I didn't want to see my papa. I can't with the idea no more. What would see Sunni and Papa so you think cantonment city you a government program. They should go to the ground. For what? Go to the people. Kwame Nkrumah would have done it. Me Papa Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah. JB Dankwa ko find free Manchester by in 1947 you know. What JB Dankwa could no nyina wo mte nkraha. Wo ma shi suit abobot time. Kwame Nkrumah moved outside of Accra to open branches work Sepatakari. Woko na Islam Tabale womu numpito no matrasi no kasatire womu. Go to the people. Jesus Christ buy no form that 12 apostles be a dinner Jesus no want Bethlehem on kwa no want fako. What these people are upon Krumali Akufa womu tinka nkwa they don't go anywhere. Akufa no tis what to kwa that is what Abuji. Akufa should move right through the whole regions. That is what I want to see. Government in action, government working for the people. I'm not saying that yet. And besides Kwame Nkrumah, and they may be, I think, Ronnie's time, Papa J, What should that? He got closer to the people. Leaders are Buzia don't want quote the title for the be almost see their pampas won't cry.
You offer yati views on that. Now, just a quick one on the subject matter. Now, you can some say reporter you can kind Sky News and a few other media houses. No more can say 600,000. You did bread, you know. You did bread. The world's poorest countries, right? Na on say Ghana ne omo de hyase. In fact, Mama Ray Hopa says the my poorest nations ne say Ghana ne hyase and na say in fact ne say it doesn't look many new ho kra says I know more Canada. So I'm say omo de me ba offer dem me ba twa me. Na eno aside no ene de epesi hu ene say sa poorest nation na honom na manfo ani nye ho nti yebesi esua na yebusi e ho say what is the measure of poverty? What is the measure of poverty?
Say asama okay meaning pa say unim the kra no na you person the poorest countries no Ghana e kadi mwakotre pa. Ghana is rich but in terms of leadership deficiency no you will see kind of system form you need adwene ya betimi add value to the resources no I'm at turnover say sikani it be turning around no ya add value to a near na a year a Ghana rich na nkada ba bi ejire say as we speak Ghana cocoa board cocoa marketing board sika kra won be betua farmers ni ka cocoa ko won di sika so be some say for over 100 years yati cocoa ni nyina no sika na wai sika na ekọ nkofo bi butu we say now no ye politics MPP sika ye splashing about no CMP don't have the money to pay busia ya kenoforiata what dear a Japan deal one bond bebrebe a car ye dear the catro play papa wo bank it one especially I don't never be tiaka wo kra wo tuabi o say jaka kra bi no abeg be we injury time especially I don't dear wo na from ba be traga na dia wo never be tiaka aka no a kufu ade kenoforiata ya so wo man die tia ade tie so I don't think say ya ka brofo ne ka say yeah they command the poorest countries na Ghana ni dikaya hwe sakianya poorest dia sanka would you say it as we wo bofu akufa ne bufu e ne de pa wo makoti anu abehwe kutuka airport health minister na biati one others guys one catch up for say description you pay we are not the poor go for bedroom let them do that here they cannot do that so need the amount of diplomacy itself by asida what they have done abroad that say where ka wonka ye okay we are the poorest country very very poor bibia ye bia ye to apa e wo Ghana ha na no about to eto ye we had funding from donor support from European Union the Brisika na electoral committee it be to apa ye budget donor support bibia we cannot do anything on our own that's the fact bibia do it me ka say the sense ye koko ya ye so me no ka say a small country like Cuba Island yeah sika wo mo wan say cigar and wo mo ye and afei sugar cane Cuba trade enough say ko wo mo ye wo mo vaccine no wo mo anso ye wo ba di Cuban doctors say ye jo wo Ghana ha bebrebe Cuban doctors medical doctors Island kete ko wo di koko ni ko ni damo no one population kakra bi look at what you're doing and then wo mo ye na bi Ghana timi ye mu half and so Ghana is we see Ghana is for let's see please as some year can we see a house Ghana has been described as the poorest nation Akufuado ne bu fu any day one akwa ne kosre yes ye fa bi bre no fa hwede ne nkofo edu ba bi e beka se Akufuado aya de pa wo de yakọ ya de na wonti iwiase na Akufuado abode de ko hipic highly indebted nations in the world so eti hiya ne de ye hiya ye no ate yakọ hipic mu ye fi we are back in hipic again ye pese be use eti because sad connotations in your description e koso because you need open mu a odi anim kan a obetumi asese eniema obi be dada say gather your bread do yeti sika so e na da still I na wonti sika so enso agian nti please Asem na ya, yes, that's your view, that's your opinion. Ebe ya, that's why I am correct true though.
Na say
ya country.
nzene
Escaforo ye bi tra frɛ no G12 as say highly rich countries na. Both ya frɛ Ghana, ya frɛ Nigeria, South Africa. Na wo mo kwa, wo mo ye meet ye kasika sempa no. Sa Ghana leader ni Nigeria Buhari no, wo mo nka ho. Wo mo abofo no Russia ni United States, any Britain, any France, any Japan no aye meet ya kanya sase na wie no. Photoshop ni afrefre. Akufa no ma be dirija nche ni etwa foto. What would the we are? Aduane the to from table na se no. Yeah, yes, yeah, because say we are poor. Very, very poor.
Yo, nti Ofakofi say obi ka say kire yen the measure anasa ade aye the measure say wo ye poor. Ade ne de na obeka ewo ho.
Sure, we are poor. We are poor. The opposite is say we are poor. Therefore, we are self-sustained. We to be sure. A quote separate Britain when you're poor country. What you mission one shank for Yemi Wabu. And the woman this car come a dream with their brain. Young Ghana, yet me and a dream at Yakoma, United Kingdom, Yamu aid that. What he did, I said, there's aid from Ghana in the United Kingdom. He gave that. So, one must want to be Madame Brosso, one more department to grab. British Department for Overseas Development. Yeah, BBC say CNBC Africa say about say woman raising money, millions a blanket there they could claim near the British Ghana government. You want government department overseas development. That's what can you say. That is a rich country. Okay. Yeah, you need our department. So your ministry for special initiatives. Yeah, we could to Amra was say a dam. We have we not dam in Ghana. Yes, that is the concept.
Now, over
VAT.
Okay, bro. We say self-sufficiency. Sana can. Na say if I see obia ahoboa enso na kwantu obia hia obi kakra o. Nti no.
Yeah, kasa no. Ebinum de wo manya bi na abro so. Eno nti na hwe o. Wo manya bi ma no bro so a. Wo wutimi ye adoye. Akwaye de say asori ko. Nyamesum enye sakwasiada na wata mo bible no ahye white shirt na wakodra chapel enu ye nyamesum ni say wakubom eye adoye enwu ntwa kwasiada Monday Tuesday da bia wutimi ye papa wutimi ye enu ni the parable of the good Samaritan abrofun krei wo mutimi ye Samaritan worker ma itimi ye scan bete overseas development bete African countries be manema South Africa sem kan form woman ye special department ya ye twasika to and be share Africa for woman in very ways adikwa ba Africa sky doesn't go to the poor people now we department do that in Kra Abonti department da Abonti adikuma say all the big cities na nkra na ni pa ye adwuma graduates are one pro 100,000 so ya for the be napko wo fa bi ka you was hardly be America. You did be unemployed graduates. Now we hear Juma Crown, what if you to be Mosika, ADD. We hear Juana Woody and Pennsylvania. Now, what if you need your mouse can be a friend pension? Piauka come very comfortable. Ghana had probably be over pension, over come meeting. As a Ghana over pension, let's say, who could see because pension as important company. Nipa P, one well, double D6 or coffee and I inject him. Enti nipa kwa atiti wo age so obi adi 70 pa so adi abe 58 god say be o better wo adwuma so enti you betimi define poverty no quite levels be
okay
so
all right
na bi na ehia iti na me no mi nya you journey free Ghana equatorial about yes ka ho hia no ka ho so factors economic factors ka ho na ko bia na fi what's as I see when you brand new see the better you add value to your life.
Okay.
So now the initial you know because what to have rack be maybe but obviously it's an opinion. So we don't need to more. You hold on to your opinion.
Obiana ne de. What's it? Over. Ya bedo asna yentie unuanom so de nkakra. Na yenko yanim. Ma me hyase wo owo ahne champion ehoi. Owo ahne champion otime nka you to whom you uncle Bamaso. Kadaji.
Yep.
Bamaso.
I drink a CP. When it is a
Nyamiado Moko, and answer.
Yamiado me who your papa or Ghana food in Achio.
Yes, you had you woman in answer. What a Joe Biaso.
We are ma woman on it, any Ghana found in your.
Good. It almost was almost cosity and crank.
And to me, dear, also not gonna afford the ball, maybe the Abdi born and say, they are not a Supreme Court cases now already. Mama, yet a BB Suhana is no Ghana for more exchange. You who said, yeah, okay, Ghana for our Buchino, almost so much if a petitioner, a course one, I yes, and now say a month for say a petitioner walk court one month. Who need
so you. Yabama or Bombardier every now and then be an Abana or my roundup, come, why?
That's it.
Good one. Now, and then you can't the measure of poverty. You, and she will be
what I can't vaccine as a monster.
I said, Nina, vaccine no one someone that this our poverty who's and sim in a dear bay. A buy, intino. Obit Masha say for the hold on Nadia baby poverty, so into the uncle. Why?
You, Papa, so beside vaccine in the poverty in the day, may first say, and so maybe I say, I think, say, and so soon them vaccine, who decided so what, and she say poverty.
And yet, the son here can on say vaccine, in him say, 600 doses, right? 600,000 doses, I be do. Ohimwa, Ubi abeji 22, internet say for nipa 300,000, right? Now, Omode a drone bano. Reports are normal here in media houses around the world, Kakrano, and they say Omode a drone call as part of a program to support world's poorest nations or countries, right?
Okay.
Na eno na Ghana yenya no first. So yenya kane. Na amanfo ehwe description na omode maaye na omani nye ho, right? Say ye describe Ghana say ye poor. Part of the world's poorest nations. Ana yebusa say what is the measure of poverty? What is the measure of poverty?
Well, Papa, Obitini baby no can be better to say we are conform and you're conform. One only tin baby no child to say we are conform. And I'm no doing me when say, oh, no, do for any procon a Roman over done soon.
I see. Ultimately, did the own your poor.
To the mention, ultimately, any of your need, one mission, it will require you make my body. On 1 2 feet, and when you budget, when you see Cassimo, you know, now walker. Say, if you fear no, I be a Bemano, and I say, which I want to trouble no more year. And I did to say, a young for the year. If you are a good deal, if you honor. If you go on my organ, I won't sniff, you know. Sikapa if it's in the film, and so not good as a baby. But Umunia will be a bit from Sahara good, and I'm as numbers good also. Intino. Now, no, we catch if you offer us some way in here for you. That time, the best number who say I am pass a good one on between. Some woman no money in here for. So, about funny to one almost switch as a Ghana for ye be your coin, and no movie, and almost a car to say, here for. So, the machine, on say, ye, any be a quantum one morning. Omutiminya akwan wura mo wi left right forward and back near penny be and movie which one movie akon and na wo mo dey chance say ye ehiafo na wo mo yen show e komo hanom no baby bebre esiesia a ye kama pa enso so mo ba no betwa video anase football komo mo dey kwa e nkrase no nko no mutwa no mo dey kwa kire wo no nkofo wo no hono say monhwe Africa monhwe Ghana said ya enkura eti abonti omudidi a enwansa ne no manema enso be bi wo no so betwa ebusua bu wo kumu no a wo kofi ho no mo a wo be ka se wo kon be do se anka wo ye Ghana ni so ati me hye no enti no wo mo no mo sie e wo mu se ya dwene no e de enuma no ye nipa bi a ye mo ye ho ana se ye nka bu mu nya ade etina ama ye development no e wo form kakra ana se me nka se e wo form pa ene no mo di gina so aka kire se ye po papa me si ye wo bibiduro e wo kum hanomo a ye papa pa yanka se ye ho ye nim se ye papa so ati me che no enso so no ye mfi ni hwe ho no mo na wono mo a ye yi omo so omo be ye ma ekuo no entimi nya ne na so no omo ba omo so mo fu ni hwe ho no ye wo instances bi do ko mo no ye papa kantanka papa yi adwene a owo odi ne no ye mfi ni hwe papa no ho no mo kra enye ono nko a ye wo enuanom bebi omo talent okomu ho no mo enam se ye mbo ye hunti no ena ye se obi gye ne ba bi a wo ka ensem eto ebo ye sha no enti no se no ma ka ne se no e wo se yesu edi ba ye ho na se sa ne se yesu etumi bibi emo mu se ne enti sa ebi ti se koya obi asora no okosui e fe ne se kora ala fo koya obi asora no okoi Dubai enura bi no saa no ka to tutu omo so enura bi tutu omo so saa ensine saa de no omo hu nyansa no omo nyina ka hu bo mu a omo gina omo hene n'achi no Dubai se wote Britain kra na unye Dubai obi oti Dubai ni yonkono no wote America kra na obi oti Dubai ni yonkono no ebi asi fana bebre enam se omo hu mani mu kono no mo onyoma na mo no mo homo tuma ye bibie omunya oyo yi a omuso mo nyina ka bo mu se oye yenyen ya wo se de hwe edi ye kuro no se obi ntimi ntra ba bi me ye hwe se vaccine yi kra ye ka ho asem ni kra no omo be ye bia omo be yusu enyoma ehia omo be hwe mu ehun die ebi hia ma wo no mo na omo e de awo wo ma nkrofo omo ntwen se ye meton bre omo 600,000 se yesus no se nke ye hwe omampanyi no etimi mu se yesu no yewo eno yewo ni defo bebre wo hanom haban bebre wo krum hanom vaccine de ne ba be ye de vaccine de wo wa na eno no che se ye no nya bi mu da na ana se de wo wa slabise nose mask na na etini se de ne wo vaccine mu so ye wo wa de ne wo vaccine mu se e be bo den e wo widie mu eti ye de ye ni je ni nyana ne se ye ka tu ye ne so no na ye raho na yakowa vaccine sa de achese wen ye wod Ghana hanom Ghana for ye ya no ye bibiduro wo hanom no ebi wotia no makato mo so omo num bibiduro da wo ye de wo de so mo kro no ombesa ambeki so besa wo de so mo wo de mo no kombe fiegu enam se bibiduro no omo ngi bibiduro ni ba kokora enso ya gia tumi se omo so omo mpa omo so omo no mo a e omo no mo so omo de omo no ene de obi amfa argument bi amai se broni ye duro wa brochire no de ba na me wo wa ne me se me wa ye se enam se me nim die endi sunti no o wa ne de ni nim die endi sunti no che se woni mhwe enti ye be jiketimi asa emra bibi duro wa ha na nanom nim se papa tete no so moja atwe a moja uni moja e wo ho wona na ofo no de sa so ni as no opwe woni na ba fom wo se wo wane wo moja kofom aha be ya no atete no ono no wono a ankosi na wo twunwe ni no wo so moja e wo mu den wonya malaria ye show sa ho puchecheche ye o mu ko school da ba ni cha no o mutumi se wei ade we sei obo ade tumi e wo sa de wengura we sei mu ne da ye o na ho to bibi bia ko se boni ye oni kromu bia ye de sa ye biara ye na no mutumi ye bu ho ano e bi wo kromu asoso enso ye mpa hwe empa mfa nya hwe de bia no ye de na ye bi tie tumi ye de bibi no ye bu sa de na bem ye bu ye bibia bem se local herbal doctors wo hanom ye de ebi mu don to so mo ye doctors no ye be question wa ma se and no so nkofo book ansua kwesi broni adwene ni ntino anyhow ba what tete ye what tim se we di kan we etimi ye odi pa ho adwuma edin doctor leda na so de se enti ase because ade a wo ye no wan kokotena school dem am yan kire no enti ye ngin dida enti se say no ye say ye die ye hiafo mu hiafo enti ye die 600,000 ye say ye die do ni si ye mda me hwe ye say wo hwe empanifo mu ko airport e ko receive sa eno na chese nwanwa me me hwe die na asefo ebi mutia omo so omo do mu nyini sa do na eba no omo ntimi ngindi because omo nim de adro no wo mu ebi omo si buo ye ntia ase obi so onyare ntia di ntia wo ne pande ye si ye ntia ase etimi mi de ade we say ebe da chance
Okay. All right.
because
Kasa why? It's you.
yo because ebedu baby no say yenim won mu bia wo mu aba bonten ewo obie no mdi kan wo obie no ye hu videos bi obi ho no ma nurses bi ho no ma ye hu videos bi a side effect omunya ye yenim panimfo bi a wo mu so mu wo obi a wo mu so o mu hwiri o mu nkwa ene sa no ma no nyina so e o video so a e circulate ne circulate ye so ati me share na papa obi a ye so wo ye hiani hwe wo hiani sikani ma wade a ovu se ade papa pa no de bama wo hiani wo to se wo ye hiani etime ma wade a utinyi wa ne ntomago a wo shebe 20 years eno be yi ama wo
Yeah, said okay, say I said what you've come to the conclusion say osikani bia trimodin kakra wa na
papa me say woni bi ye hu se de bia wo de wo sre wo bia wo sre papa onim se wo ma wo kra wontimi hwe so yie enti answer wo de ba ma wo no obehwe wo standard no no de amount na wo standard no say those a vaccine are already based standard net saying what is the standard?
Okay. All right.
Ye be tum say kosi boni de buy ye be bon hu tonto ko ye be ho abobon ho afahye ye be bon afahye oh ye be bon afahye wo koyi mama fo hu say e ba be ye political news e be politics wo kromo ha no gidi na me ya say ye wo one more, one won sanu no. Papa, she, be memoir, be memoir. Missy, you do be a coupon about the money to be memoir, Piarano. And to see you. If you attend ye cassa, ya want ding, ya read ye, ya collar. Anybody dinner to be brave woman. Nedu baby. It was your question, you baby. What was it to be question, you baby? Last ledger can be was it dot?
And in fact, Wakasa papa. Wama Nishu acting, Nishu, Metania Misu. Wakasa papa.
We dot no. We have to go beyond the dot. Ledger can be our papa. You know, me too. And you be and coming free, sir. A kunu as I'm a trunk how. Papa, na I want to mean to me. I want to mean to me. Maybe then not me who say me tis me 2 years class. I can't want. What I mean, just go.
Go to
you. All right. Yeah, face my why?
Papa. I was say. So because oh, you took
why didn't mute Mr. or mute who why Mr. Why? Okay.
Papa. Show, she any papa. She virus by ye. I'm 42 baby I'm way. None of you cost 3. Last year, February, March, nas had ye buy it. Say Ghana. Your numbers you say. I feel more. Your numbers now who do here for? It didn't name the Katu. adentina yentimi nya botini so yenye bibi ma ya huhu se sa kase ya sankofo de bi o mo de tag yi chese o mu no mu si o enti sa de wesi na amari bia no yentimi pagya ya ho amaya ya bote yentimi kanya ya ho na o mu ye hu se nke bibi du wo esi no anke di ye bibi kro mo hu se Ghana de anas Africa country bi apagya no ho ye bibi du bia ko ya ye na anke nyane so mako sisa enu we ya yenim the value and the quality na aban enam say aban o mutisi so no wo ma dwini nyina ye say broni adwuma de bedu no de ba ne nko de betima say ye betima say yare a enye no kure ena again no so no Britain enye obi bia no open so obewo ya obewo vaccine enye obi bia me wo cousin say see ya 4 times wa racist so on wo panel enye obi bia no Britain and also obewo panel me nyan mo Canada enye omu nyira omu kura de say obi one time was onya covid no o sa akoye so okọ check up o do one mo a o ka che nurse ni say as onya covid no ba be yi no o ho na nurse no etwetwe no as de as onya covid nti o twetwe no o se kira ma me nko na o sa na ti no sa ko ni fi ogusi to osisi a o to one ho din sa local pineapple dia ya mix ya disi so a ya ninu a
sobolo
ni sobolo ni saruma no ebi mu kire se Africa fo a ye hu bibie ye no ebi mu so ti baby se sa de ni de entimin cure na se entimin gi covid no entimi stop no because some person ye vaccine de mamu de wo woni nti no wo mu ka some say yes we have everything in that vegetables and the fruits from them ye die no enu ni nyina wo but some ka say nim tree nan say papa and none of them come from car akobi ka say wo hu Chinese fo a o mo de trust be abagana o mo load nim trees akọ China nim trees na ye see reject na papa no they are loading nim trees from Ghana to China papa
Owan yebedo ase na Angelo so obeso hu e say no what decide say wo ne obusunya de nya de amabekwa ahowo vaccine ni bi on say tomo papa who dey ni etie koso
you say I think the CEO of this company say Pfizer almost omo ye vaccine ni bi you say CEO no panyini pa company dey say vaccine no we produce vaccine dey na vaccine wa wo bia na was old bi na ne ho odin na se die se den ho odin na nya de a obewo sa vaccine sisi a ono mo kasa ena ye busa ne se na obi o produce ade na who can say that no correct but ono de yare bi eni ne ho a chese se sie o vaccine a ono aye na msi yo mate enti ka kire wo so wan le busa me
o wa Angelo say
o wa hene na busua o mo de batu ya pona no e be ba to ogu na say e be hwe egu
okay all right there yate bomba de mo ntwe mo ate na onuanu mu aka ni nyina nka bia nsa na ya saba musubio na nasika yenko open intem de ba memo aboni briefly onko bebre ba maso
yes am hot today
na me adu mboko na so e
boko
good yenko wate
papa na se ohia na o se ade isusu se o man bi ehia o mo aka be bizana
that's right
susu dia meboa
pepe
papa na se o se medin ka cho se wi at bi bia sha se free adwin mu se be hia wa e sha se free adwin mu so ubedi mi a be sha se free adwin mu ubetra nkwa mu e be sha se free adwin mu ubewu e be sha se free adwin bi bia start from adwin no ena yesu ya adwin ye dey trimu yitimi yisu adwin ye boni beka say lack critical thinking we lack sane man because ade ko common sense yan ka say betimi apply knowledge adwin na o pedia mponya ko pon dia maye no ayi betimi apply ye adwin no ne dia ye no akwadro ene ni ha nti no jaatubo te beden abo full face ye hiafo While Africa, that we are with that Africa continent, with that Africa continent, Papa, if we are 20 minutes survival. And there is a saying says, whoever controls Africa controls the world. And I want to say that. Papa, what is that?
And I mean, Yanti, another.
And I mean, catch up. Whoever controls Africa controls the world. Because we are sick. Any beyond the penny in every Africa. Now, Sabi, as I'm the credit to Sabi, but give a piano or say, I took near to Sabi Kaka. Yen penny for no, any nipa Kaka, or African, Sabi, Yajano, Yajimi Kakranitino, Yama above who you move a face a for. Ah, Papa, and Yaro, who say a bit near before you hear any. A dear pan you need, a dear pan you need, dear, if you are you here. This idea, who took no baby, a dear didn't took new, and I see a lucky. A dear Sika, ye lucky Sika, deep over people. Human resources are now, say Nipa, and I said, Jane. It's up to us to say, be used to again or treat them for your coupon, Jamayano. The greatest upper, you bet me their compression be Pia. About funny saying or BPM. Or my getting no more using more. Almost getting quite today, almost get quite today. Almost getting quite today. Unlike us, now, yeah, drink surface, and name about almost getting quite today. Papa, because I covered the vaccines here on the abbey. Then I'm number 12, 50, no dual vaccine be. No matter the credit vaccine. This is the piano more than anything. My catch was a main vaccine, so may be a this man who said, royal family for no, Omawo, Omawa, Mr. Mewo. So, royal family, wa, Mewo. I saw your phone more Pentagon, step in South America. I saw your phone more Pentagon. They are exempted.
Sana Mukana.
Yeah, you don't know, Papa. You guys have to do a lot of research, I'm telling you.
I saw your phone, what American is exempted. I didn't know me exempted.
Not all, there are some special persons here, they are exempted.
Okay.
The royal Coma, royal family, they are exempted.
Ah, well,
yeah.
Almost the internet, almost exempted. Almost can reason.
They some years exempted. If you are being a boba, na papa make us in make a massive too. At that, if you are the best saying, yeah,
ever said that way.
See, I'm in trouble. At that, was it be needing any action? Not that no, it be as the best say.
No, okay. Okay.
At that, was it before any action? Sad dano, live as a bed.
Ever say.
Because Quatia. The Nitia
now right now good. Okay.
The massive yeah.
Why? Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Now, hey, oh, can't say any. A BBC for say COVID-19, Queen and Philip receive vaccination. BBC for neck on. Oh, well, BBC. And I miss the warm. Anasika, what's it?
Papa Pato, I'm a woman chatbot. Pato Sabat, some Africa. You name the four scientists now, more mapping of vaccines. The best from some lab. And Sana, almost the war.
I'm for
Africans because the vaccines are not Africans. And the same vaccines don't go more.
Okay. All right.
And the first sequence for life. Now, a vaccine quite they want on, and then you can see sweeping they want on.
Okay.
It means how
you, Jessica, Yati. Bye. Yati. Thank you very much. Yeah, ma, big man Achibobo, Emre. Big man Achibobo, we are Abby. Warm up. Na Uncle Koku and the Koku Abba. And the Bobo?
Yes. Yes, Papa. Papa smiling.
Yonkwe, what's it? Yonko,
Papa, and then I mention a lady with Rihanna. Papa, 1992.
Nanu ya na ewo no, nanu ya.
And so we knew you like it, we're tofu my own. And ye, but Papa, and I'm starting with the chemistry at TF now. My observation be for the last two months on this platform. Papa, I'm going to this platform.
Has a bosume ye koba bosume mienu entini kan
my observation be na my dream dem fit say a correct observation but me boss we make bad me can say nka ibetimi a ene de dua ai yanke o platform e bia so yi obia mfa £10 or $10 or ho ne mfa mo owo ahene ana ye na twim ana sa mo fe patri na me feel say yenya obi ana se me so owo ahene be wona nkofo bi ho ana sa mo fe patri bi wona nkofo bi ho na those like minds no yentimi to be 1 month e bi mo so ho na nkomo so nkomo ntimi fa nkolo kakranti se bia nka ne no ye ni pattern e obi a de £10 ba at least any $10 ba ibeti nya bi na nka personally odi amani an mo Ghana na nkomo de aboa mi se party so de mana obenya I don't know baby obi wona nkofo bi they would like to come me say last ye ni bi kasai mi say owa no so definitely obewo ne nkura no no mo ye adwuma no na yemfa yensu enti omo so madwenhwe because pare ko ntia me kasa no our fair party ba show you see fireman utimi say only ni agree socially politically agree omunhia so utimi say we say na wajo fire ne fire no so be bra no so about social optimism say a political views no differentiation when we say fire you try to see the good in patri argument and what I see and first or touch fire no one say na hear more patri on the platform what I see on a more serious note and come if you say be say you more Ghana for views so papa so that we know how they feel, what the system is. So, so they live on it life. At least, and then it may receive $100 and £100. If you say incubate me maybe next month, you back to be sanya there. Into the appeal into a baby, no. Now, what me must I tell you? Me, I know Casaria, me come up as small,
Aji,
yeah, fire.
Just I think it's a good idea, and I like the observation. There's no contradiction to what you have said. But any mention my dream say young friend share Patricia ase. Indeed, it's kind of been yan neno. Young chum say £100 young £50. Emma Patricia. Because for the past 2 months, on our fresh more of mensa Adaroma was so by yen so one yet. Young friend share Patricia ase. Nyaka no more to be a also like-minded. No correct observation here perfect. Baby wanka esem tujano part in tea na medijano ako. No play about it. Because well, would you take the nose and say because odo modu inji ayana Jinapo brothers what I say because me ma what it inti me do mo me what I say we like this brilliant ladies and ideas are all Ghana issue on and apart from that part buy no we say regular listeners no akosoro in terms of memory no akosoro pa ada ba ko friend no so abaya no if you ada program no yeah catch producer na man content no come here na share come here well indeed a good observation and we like some of this observation about that.
All right then, yo, well noted. And yeah, Bobo.
Papa, and I'm for being to say you are somewhere in Obia, one hour sending individually to Obia, WhatsApp, and I say, would you be to Ghana? Say, instead of a idea to the Aswanti, make us say, you on Kata, no, you so see and by 6 o'clock near the two a chascal breaking kind. So,
I made the PayPal account no ever to broadcast no so now Obia sorting it out why
But when they send me back, and I send me more Biana, and me Kakrabia, Eberbuana.
Why?
What you may do for your Japan is that near strong.
Not say more patrines on be doing fire, Jan. So I said, I had you know, Anna.
Oh, they be said on the Mecca say, if you been on the Yagi, in TV, so Anna will be almost a besuja at the above fire politically. So,
okay.
If you agree, and give up as anybody, maybe no way say disagree. Fire, and I'm for, but we disagree and we agree. So, in the fire, going to introduce you, chamber beer, local platform beer. And just a minute, I agree.
That's right.
Maybe so I disagree.
Okay. All right.
Papa, all the and many more fire, you were in agreement. Topic of debate. But many agree. I think I'm more for the king. I agree. Maybe policy no. What do I say? No, if I can't say Ihiano, yeah, the same thing I'm kind. What do I say?
And one.
Answer that we can't get any.
You, Bobo.
I was one. Sana poverty hon asem. Na me hwese metima magic akra ho. Papa, sometimes your dictionary definition. Your ankasa your tree definition. And I would dim come also own definition, but we minti ase ni. Me minti ase say poverty no or by kan kasma say akawa de ba ko. Lack. Na if you say lack no is mean of say inadequate obibi ho enti poverty no it can be poverty in mind, it can be poverty in resource, it can be poverty in even applying resource. Enti you ask yourself, say, what do you lack? And what poverty be so your friend poverty of how do I put it, Papa? Almost say branding on you with him the asamato so now my catch say bia Papa what nobody should take offense so when we say you no be free serving sector, but sometimes when they come into fame they want to marry somebody in the south to prove something. Okay, put it this way, before oba obi psychologically no o feel so inferior into one worry bunia o feel so on correct. Your mama be so also one fa oba with your cocoa o feel so on you your psychological good. So let me use the word, it called psychological poverty. Now psychological poverty no Papa is more dangerous than other poverties. One who say a bit number say be a commodore, you don't have food, so you are poor to afford food. You are poor because you don't have solution to your medicinal issues. That is medical poverty, technological poverty. So let's go into branding. Branding say, you better catch you say, in Bible context, you better catch you say, was it nothing good can come from Papa Solomon? Nothing good can come from where?
Bethlehem.
There's nothing good that can come from Bethlehem. Because the prophet is not honored in his own town. This is a case nothing good can come from Bethlehem. What does it mean? Nothing good can come from Africa. Nothing good can come from Russia. Nothing good can come from America.
Nazareth. And anything good come out of Nazareth.
Okay. But, very good. Thank you.
Nazareth. Why? Okay.
Good. Praise. Caller, thank you very much. Papa said, nothing good can come from Nazareth. Said, at same way too, so Papa Smiley, Uber you want free on where politically you be or it means that you say, I could wait no one yefe. Yeah, the better tools were I could or a short mind. I could what you say. Into coaching platform, you must find a way to address this. I quite about no be a debate. Now provoke. Now I send out audio tools or no. And send out only 10 minutes or 5 minutes. A cop in the 5 minutes I can become a seminar. I show. So, and you are in a perpetual cycle trying to prove yourself. I think it's a conversation you have is in the context of the vaccine and that there's a brand say we come from a poor country. Papa, yanchicha say no step by step. Or say from a poor country, what makes you a poor country? If a poor country is that you cannot afford, then it is the case that you cannot afford. But there's another thing. Here, I walk from here, you perfectly say they will never show an offer patri where she goes to swim in Accra or Tema. They will never show it in television here. They will never show real estate development in Accra. And they will never show, in fact, to some people in their thinking, that maybe we sleep and live with animals, while they have ambassadors and that is. So there's an impression and perception. And then anytime you see a news item, no, adibia boni dia no, won't say be near him na beda ho. Papa, what boni ni ma beda ho. Yisano, okwa sol dem a Jesus Christ bruni. Bonsam ya do bibini. Bishop Sapon also on Tiasie. Bishop Sapon was the one or radicalized. He said, no, this thing must change or convert a Bible into our tradition way of worshiping. When they introduce libation, or say introduce we say, because Papa Smiley, show much as Bible, the Papa, a buoni pano. Say, you show Unyankopon say Jesus Christ, Bruni, Bonsam Bibinia. It's a whole story. And psychologically, you read this animal when you now for 150 years. So we have all grown up to believe, say, Bonsam Ebibini. And you know, there are deep psychological underpinnings. These people, anthropologists, it's short mentality. You don't know your value. Now, we are saying the greatest mistake. We are saying, and it will be only more value. I mean, can we intro? Oba okwa wariase. Bema okwa wariase. Uni mo value. Uni what to bring on the table. Bema na ye juma. Oba tifie. Bema kwa ye juma ba. Oba otifie no so ohwe nkura. Enti se enye oba na response. Enye oba na ahodi obeya. Nkwa no ntimi grow. Formation of the children. But them come back we say near catch say oh we a house lady. Come on, what house lady? Otifia nya onwa and quarantine grow. Work 24 hours. Can you pay for that service? So that is the value you also bring on the table. Now, okonya same ofia na akosi tem yes oh oba ware so onte onye hwe onye duma bia otifie. You see the point? It be inferiority complex. Uno bi besia o say me to London, me to Ghana. What is in you that makes you live in London different from your Ghana no? Obehu yem kofu bi omba Papa Smiley. Kofi na medana say. Kofi na betina buchi want to send kasada. Papa on say about London first way be a fan in it they say the twitcher. On get any casa in it. Papa the brain inferiority those things and it makes you laugh. And me feel say Papa Smiley. There are many things we are not poured on. I'll make my but what we are poured on but we mismanagement and we have poverty of mismanagement. We have poverty in usage of resources. And we have poverty in looking for way ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Ebini papa. Poverty in Bakuni. Would the mankani contemporary? What could you mankani phone? I could to galam say. Enti say no, wonyan so no. And wakoto car. Wakoto car to what on car no. Why or show what go code this. Wo unsio anka onom ayeboa no. What atiwa forest no. Wakotutu mines wo what say no. Enti natural habitats ni we say na ecosystem no. What destroy no. It may destroy one kasa. Papa, that's it.
Yes, that's it. Pa na yanko Abi so Abi and some funny the embra. Abi, Pamaso. Abi. Hey.
Yeah, Papa Smiley.
Bamaso, Abi.
Yeah, John Kessie. What is your problem today?
My problem is I want to know the measure of poverty. That's all.
Okay.
Good.
Let me ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Those of us here, why are we here?
Okay. I say we a rhetorical question. Now, be a yanoma, and I'll pursue be a yanoma.
Answer it.
I hope I say, be a yanoma.
Some came to study and they are here. Some cross the seas and come here. So why do we have to do this venture? Mm-hmm. And some will not even go again.
Until I'm off a feast.
Papa, look, your ability to identify your problem is half of the solution. You understand? If you are able to know that I have a problem, you work towards a solution. Some of us don't disillusion ourselves that, hey, Africa is rich. Of course, we have the resources, we have everything. But does it reflect in our way of life? We are living in societies who don't have anything. You cannot grow, you cannot eat mango and throw it away here and it will grow. But it will grow in a part of the world. But then how do we, why are we poor? Look, the condition we are in now, I'm sure if Kwame Nkrumah is the one who is managing Ghana now, he will feel shy that all these years we've come, we cannot even find a solution for ourselves. Look, when I went to, the first country I went to when I came to Europe was Austria, Vienna. And we used to have, like Mr. Chum said, the UK people, they have DVID, they have Overseas Development Agency and so on. Austrians do have something similar. And they have a special organization and a place they call Afro-Asiatics Institute, African Asian Institute. They give scholarships to Africans and Asians. Austria was small Austria. When Nkrumah was managing Ghana, Ghana was richer than Austria. And I learned on one occasion, Nkrumah was on a conference. And he made a transit through that Austria. And something came up, and the Austrians were saying, oh, they've been giving, that institute they've been giving Africans scholarships and so on. Nkrumah felt so disgraced that he told the Austrian authorities to withdraw the scholarships they've been giving to Africans. And he offered scholarships to all the Africans studying there. Museveni, that is where he organized his coup to overthrow, I don't know, is it Idi Amin or Obote, one of these people. This is the difference of leadership. Look, we can make all the... let me, Papa Smiley said the Ghanaians say why we are being described as poor.
That's right.
Because that cover verse thing, cover verse, do you know how it's organized? Look, they realize that if they provide treatments or vaccines in their part of the world, and they leave the poor, because of globalization, people are traveling and so on. So the rich countries came together and they make something like Lala Sulala. Oh, the surplus you have, let's organize it and give it to these people. Do you understand? So Lala, that's cover fasting. It's Lala Sulala they're giving to us. Because they know when we are left on our own, solution. Nigeria man will say solution. These people will never have any solution. So let's help them. So this thing they are doing is just help. I mean, they are just having pity on us. It's not because we have the money and we want to rub shoulders with them. Oh. They are just having pity on us. Simply because we do not know our priorities. We do not know our priorities. We don't know, I mean, how to manage our healthcare delivery systems, how to manage our transport. Even look at the plane. Emirates plane blow the thing. Emirates. Fire you when I talk of management, you think management is theory. Management is not theory. It is when you don't know how it is done that you think it's theory. What you consider, or what most of our people in our part of the world consider theory, is what these people do here every day. Do you understand? They do it every day. If you are not lucky to be reading in the books and you are not fortunate to be practicing it, you think it's theory. I was telling Papa Smiley today, look, when I was writing my professional accounting exams, there was one paper, management accounting, difficult subject, and the examiner too, Bob Scarlett, very difficult. If you are able to pass that exams in Bob Scarlett's hands, then you are a strong man. One day we finished our paper and we were all, struggling. So when we came out, everybody was complaining, hey, this paper was difficult. Then one Oyibo guy standing near me, he said, oh, me, I didn't see it as difficult because this is what I do at work. That is why I told you, this is what I do at work. Do you understand? They mention mixed variants. You don't know. You don't know. But that is what he do. Look, they do everything. Also, when I came here, when I buy Financial Times, they remember my friends doing ACC back home. Everything in the Financial Times is they practice here. It's not just book. Do you understand? But we don't practice anything. We don't use all these so-called principles we learn to improve our lives. Do you understand? We don't look. Unfortunately, some of you would think, oh, it is a Western ideology. It's Western this. These same Western ideologies is what they use, or what people like the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans have used, and they are ahead. Do you understand? And I've said it several times. When you cannot carry your burden, you blame the cashier or something they call it. You blame it. Yeah, you blame it. Yeah, we blame it. We are all here. We are all sitting with them, and we are enjoying nice thing, nice life. Of course, nice life in quotes. But then everything works. Whatever you are entitled to, you get. You think they are from the moon or from the sky? They are not from the moon or sky. They do, I mean, even in managing their day-to-day. Last time, Bobo, I sent you something. The chief economist here, if Bobo is here, if you can remember, the chief economist here said they've been able to save about 250 billion pounds in this COVID. Bobo is if he's lying. Do you understand? Because as a result of this COVID, there are a lot of activities which are not happening. So they've saved that money.
Na Abe, na say na what is
Do you understand?
Abe,
Our money,
Abe.
you see people them to be leading us and sharing the money.
Na Abe.
Keeping it in offshore.
Abe,
I'm here, Papa Smiley.
So this is Kako na ebika all the twa de fufuro. Enti no say ya budget ne dey say we see di saving baby.
Exactly. Yes, Papa Smiley. Papa Smiley. Look. America. America can prepare a budget in trillions. By the end of the year, they will save about 50-something billion. And it is mandatory that you have to make that savings. It's not savings because you are not spending the money. Look, when I hear these, what they call it, Juma budget, and what again? The people should remember the names. Asempa budget, and all those nonsense. Then they are mentioning, oh, there are savings. I said, how do you realize the savings? Let me tell you some of the way they raise the savings. Papa Smiley, when they give you a budget here and they say you are supposed to realize savings, it means you have to review maybe the number of people you are using to do the work. Do you need all of them? The equipment you are using, can you get a better equipment, a better performing equipment to do the job? I mean, so many things. So this requires thinking to manage a budget. Do you understand? But in our part of the world, by the time they even approve the budget, they will say this is not enough. Simply because they want to steal. Somebody has made some connection with somewhere. He is not part of the thing. Cry, he is there. Do you understand? Then we don't do all of this. You come and stand there as a budget. We want to make these savings. That is a nonsense.
Abe, why?
Papa Smiley, I repeat, we are poor. Our reasoning, the way we manage ourselves, you don't want to go to Ghana and go and die. Why?
But why? If we go Ghana, they go enjoy. Why we go die?
Oh, enjoy. Papa Smiley, go away. Maybe later.
Papa Smiley, man, class. Maybe okay.
All right. Yeah.
Go me that. Careful. Actually, so that's Sunday na yanya papu. Papa man fa fi ha. Oh, owa ahene kasa no. Na sio teme. Oh, inti on some diga ka cho say even country say Cuba. Bolivia and Twin Gas are underdeveloped or say because Castro to one or say I will not join you for your classification. I did way by and now 1 billion per year. Yet they say yet because vaccine and you drew I cook here just to help soldier form way muno into say be one bar or money happen. I didn't want to be before 20 minutes over the years. Okay, last 2 years you better turn a dribble coke capsules never. And I'm bidding back ma me now for me. Obia Nayen say on your pair a baby draw into one Febby. Eh, you have the men kind of do you have me far me quarter don't you mean Febby. Now say Obama was one fano. Oko hospital was in the year man from my woman that draws and a gun any doctor 10 years. You have no Ophelia. I say about woman inside the way on the house na double organ draw so pa credit or lend them coke capsules obey kotobi last 2 weeks remember na be my testimony was it was or you from ma me here dey kokko me here tuntum am say ube abrochi akoko na unya na defeated na we ni na buy one atona other hole me obi a wa wo akoda ho ni almost say eczema for them. Oh, well, before I never want now. I some style CDs again. No, Mamma, dear Whitey, Papa, friend say, Fasa Codano. me man na wo be sra o sa goda me nim obrochira be kom pie bia e wo mo de adesra wo be ko bia da be ko GP wo be ko GP sa on this akwan bia obenya 8 or 10 years mercy cream na nsan ya ade awi ni baby to say hey what dey agi was there mercy cream what the yemu me who small girl I'm so wow Jimmy mercy cream and I had away me ba na o yusu sa quite you know obody did say me personally who na we invest in jay
what
cream a kwa o me de ma o dem base o ko GP on wadru anu no o me de ba ma o fasra koda no ngoda Israel dia more than 8 years mercy cream ashino bema wa yi wa body was there a bin about here mercy cream you be give me inti owa hene kasa no na you wa coming anka boni mpo no anka be ne den because na ya dro na ye busu ye immune system anka we ya say well na I Joseph can say me I totally disagree was say they are helping us no they are doing future business with us by giving us this as a sample in the near future now what boy we no on say COVID buy no flu last 2 years in when flu so nobody is going to for flu into we no any boy we are before no now we are going to exchange our oil for passing we are going to exchange our gold for passing DNT and na yempani for say omuti amana anim no omo nso si ginaye o Ghana say ade bi e be bia ye be hwehwemu sabasi mpo na ye a ye nso be yi wo de we e de aba no wo de obehu na ebeti the next 2 or 3 years because this thing is not going anywhere into a seasonal now they have given you free tell you ye de bia no na say asante kotokone house of folk omo he akobra ye bo abetra TV so BBC for man sika na here the Premier League na Chelsea ya ne bako makru atimpo omo ni light omo so generator and omo hwe Chelsea ene Manchester City why never call park akohwe ball village this is what they are doing to us and we think they are helping us no a psychological exploitation I am not against the vaccine but the process by which our people are so thankful to God that the vaccine is here why can't we as a people papa we be can say we Ghana politically and omode omulegon no om canvas and no Oxford I condemn no domestication papa tro and I'll tell you the man's name omu oh Ghana Mr. Lamte was we need to domesticate Chinese America for Britain for a year and even Japan for the more put Chinese for and 25 elders now I'm from the happiness I'm say why are we here into you see the 7W why are we here now one omujina so I am say omujina say huh who was behind this what is this what do you want to do now as I come can now say never again will America or Britain shame us as a people now say omone Hong Kong for nya asem abi ni nya obi akan and British Prime Minister say hey China for nya kwa na mudi no go and respect the accord and your Minister of China common ambassador was say keep quiet the years that Britain tells China what to do is far and gone mebwa
yo fire
an ambassador and this was not diplomatic language ambassador can't say that because we ambassador America British ambassador mbo owo kan sanfa tram hons of omo de neighbor back to Britain an ambassador was say kai kono tum emra Britain etumi kan China ni omo nya no atwom
okay
and at this point in time yen crop for Africa yen to me and for yen to other say orthodox say and one does say yen so it will boost your system. I'm a villager no because as Pat said, there are some villages, no matter what, they will not take this. So you are saying that because they take they should die. Why don't we explore what we have and ensure say yen near one a year Juma? Oh, because when you are experimental, incident na for your own experiment. They say at the end of the year Juma. Then we now will get free. And no, I'm surprised na kind. Or say America, any American term, Indian for Benin. Oh, that all the money work. Yes, I did. There's nothing free in the world. Free until it's not meant to aid, you know. Oh, more cancer. It's not about aid. Free now, now it's going to be expensive in the future. It is a 1 billion per couple of Bosiano. And the idea be here. I drew a Ghana for Benum for the next 10 years, sir. And I have no problem. The white man will not come and laugh at us. But our leaders cannot go beyond the dot. They are so happy. The lazy thinkers, all that they want is free. And today, on the media, they are helping us. Have even bought into it that is a help. No! These people have just given us a sample to do business with us.
Okay.
And we need to think.
You fire.
America 4 years, already quit Tom Brown. We had a break Ghana for in the 80s. Nobody was going to pass. And I come back to Ghana for in the 80s. Because of which were coming. Who got all the business were Tom Brown? There's one waka, offensive jasso. Nobody, no one answer about the rough from
fire.
Nobody was going to the park.
Yeah, first you what now, Yama board chairman, thank you. Why?
That's like, don't let us say Papa Smelly. No, me can't say we are saying board chairman about. No, be so be dim me fire me too. Try to be 10 gram will be dim me fire me too. Do I need management to tell us no? Do I need management? Well, Muslim management is not about theory, a practicer. I can say fire, do I need management to say no? I don't get it. We don't need Chronicles, the book of Chronicles, chapter 2. Or in it now, although 7 years. Tell me how can 7 years start rule? Sakufa dumpo sebi. And on where Jimmy are. We don't need Akufo-Addo. We the people. I am thinking that 7-year-old boy who ruled were not taking decision. It was the people around him. Can't we also open our eyes?
Okay. All right then. Fire. Yeah, but do what's it? Nah.
Yeah, but do management.
Yeah. What's it? Just a quick one and son about chairman about Angelo. Or say vaccine na omode braye no enya de ye free na ye bitua na ode article bi aba or say the World Bank has expressed readiness to commit $12 billion as concessional loans to assist African countries assess foreign vaccines during a virtual meeting on the Africa COVID-19 vaccine financing and deployment strategy. The World Bank informed that the emergency vaccine financing project in Africa include Ghana, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Niger, Mozambique, Tunisia, Eswatini, and Cabo Verde. The funds are available now, and for most African countries, the financing would be on grant or highly concessional terms, adding that the International Finance Corporation is working to mobilize financing for vaccine production and therapeutics focused on developing countries. International say any free sir a loan to your debt stock no come.
It's not about paying for. Does it come to Africa?
Send you when you try.
I don't know everything themselves against us.
They are, of course.
Oil
and you baby, quite a first way to and yes, and Omaka said, fire.
200 bags of cocoa.
That point you've made it very loud and clear. Young board chairman, and pump to say.
Okay, now so.
Nyamiadum. And your bamaso.
Wait there, my prayer say my baba maso there so me ba na
No
bibia
Juana.
bebo.
Na bibia bebo.
Sisi akra na em say
Bibia bebo
me
mo.
just 2 minutes bia me tumi akasa.
Okay.
Na me da enuanom a mo di kan be kasa nyina ase. Na me da etiefo mo tie yen so ase pa me chia de nchafo nyina. Na em say embre kakra twem no me ba be ka kire mo say me ko wo vaccine bi. Your frame say me nkonko wo me die. Ma me ko wo na mo ka say mo twen. Bia in 2 weeks time na memra na meyi ma no. Sene mo hwe say me fu abemba na say me nufu abobo a. Na medin ho adanse. Na me mate say mo ka vaccine ho asem de ne aye bibia koma countries which are very, very poor. Now, me can't idiots to say vaccine no yes to say you a vaccine. Me who reason why you know no me bebre ebu efu ana mo yem hihye say omunkonko was a vaccine. Polio, tequilia, sa MMA ni nyina no na ya ade a haye e wa Africa pa enso ye wedinsi for honmo a omuntumi ansa sa ya de no ho ambod sa ya de no ho ban nkofo bi honmo a omuna mu akwankwa omuntumi nante me ne ba kokura ko school no wa ben pa enso esansa na ne nan ye ni ntumi anko university enti ye di ababa maya ni se ye nyina ye bohu me te se bi mo de audio de ko abonten kyerɛkyerɛ sɛ mamu wo vaccine na be se vaccine wo mu ahodo be nan ananum be me meka mienu ho pɛ asɛm Pfizer ene AstraZeneca omu vaccine no Pfizer de ne yentumi mfa nkɔ Ghana because of conditions a wo ho temperature your store no because you need to have a cooling facilities in Africa and Ghana for that matter. Into nobody AstraZeneca dear no call AstraZeneca dear no be to me a store at a very low temperature. And now me ko vaccine me ko Pfizer dear me jina me na so pa be notice anything different within me 2 weeks in here. And so I didn't say after 1 week, now it's working within your body. And so far, no, me didn't want to answer, say, Bibisa Bia Enim, inti Inuanum, or especially, Yadiano, Mate Wagana say, a bar, a chubia, Namudia shed them, Yadamfuba could be if you had more call Ghana or say, Nyame and when you should not be in the medical mind and call and nanny sister or ye more hospital and Kazanka say Emma or the assign a mammy in tea and cocoa few hot moi and course on so then onyebi because they are not telling people that they've got it. Munya nobody are sure moody near the core parties near the quake near the sign a month for. And we need to get the civic education. And say Bombardia bossa asemihu aka civic education. A Croman who saw LBC, who saw radio be a announcement to Yen bisa ya buying say Sika sen ye tra ye civic education e maye hu. Yen bisa sa asem no ene na ye se ye bisa na nya edro na ye de baba wo because
5 million omo twa to budget
5 million budget ye twa dia to a ye dia ma news corporations na say ya
overall budget near 52 million for vaccine deployment, you know.
Okay.
And on spend 5.4 million communication.
Okay. After
also breakdown.
Yes announcements now.
But I say I 3 days today and a presidential advisor on health, no, Dr. Nsia. And she was in a fear pokia show, a show called Jasu. And that's why I listened to him. And he was giving the breakdown of the course deployment. And reality is education is say adeno nipano and a communication. And it's will be at all the year. So there's one thing say how you design the communication is effectiveness, psychology behind it. It was into roll out, and the bachelor say, serve by 5.4 million. Effective radio for no more and as a mobile and as a we say. So the results we need to test to see. Yes.
The cost of communication. So until we trouble say they are to hold more, someone would have done the research. No one who say, okay, say you just say yeah, Yansen Nebeko could do fine. Saska no modi etwadiama sa in some no mo kan fa hin ne beko kodu.
Well, almost say make say you so be so be about or currently it could be say say I'm only saying about what I know or what their budget, but as you say and I say obi o no asem wate cry I don't know nimu anyway say let's test those things and see say knowledge how I access to information how such can at least into information and put me access your materials here who the value of the vaccine anyway it's another thing to look into.
Into BBS say you know Ghana no more interrogate saying ehwe bibia sa because your airtime na wo Ghana nsem ho nkra na edidi yetumi kokofo bi begina ho no bobo English names basa de esre. But then there are so many important information about media fasa akwanya no so na ya educate yankasa ye ho efa no send ye bebo ye ho ban impemfo no kra no understand say impemfo p free me because of the way the style of life or because omufi ye air condition or trying to come air condition the office here air condition he's not getting vitamin D. Onya vitamin D bia nti ono no se bi saya de bone kakra bi pe obeko straight away so and a bonus so a onka or the bene na mo no they assign a lot of people nti yensua de ekoso na yenjai sa
fear mongering
na we chire no na yenhwehwem bibia yenim no ameyan fa yadwen fa ho ne yanka yenhwehwem yen test yes test our spirits nti yenhwehwem ne yen test ne ehu because abrofo no so mbeku ya komoku ya dadada someone komoku ya dadada because look wo hwe wa beti a wo behu se ebi wo hon mo injection ebi wo hon anu woni ma de kra de wo
no 5 years and more media they would be different but media do mind crew
obia obi nti se omo pese omo ku ya nye that time na nkombe ku ya nti embre do a say one who say reason why UN is stepping in and say yade no say ya ewiase nyina nso ano a it will never disappear nti say even UK say yen nyina ye nuclear na say Ghana ye nuclear obi a wo hon mo a we are not safe because wo betumi akọ Ghana wo ba wo betumi di aba so nti the world will be safer when everyone is protected nti yen hwe en hu so ye na information a ye channel out without knowing the efficacy of vaccine yenjai ni yenhwehwe mu yie ansa na yetumi abebe gina on maka aka say many owa ahene mesrɛ sɛ wobɛhwehwɛ saa yade mu ayie pa ansa na wodi so boso sɛ wodi wo nkonkowo yi wo busuafo nkonkowo yi anase sɛ ebia na wo no wodi mu yɛden nanso no wunya ebia mano sisimu so na wodi akwasan obi a abrewo bi ɔte ne baby no no enya wa yɛden na wakɔ na de meka so de atwa to no sɛ yendro a ɛwɔ ye bibi ndro a ɛwɔ hɔ no it is about time ye documente yendro no so ye to me documente yendro na people will start believing us because we ni hɔ no a ɔwɔ ahen ka sɛ ne nana no afa nwirem no akɔ akɔti ahan ne friend say ɔkɔɔ no no ɔwɔ ahen no to me call efomo kɔti sa ahan ne bi. These are questions that we need to ask ourselves and improve upon what they did. It's about time we started naming our own stuff and doing it ourselves. Thank you.
But yeah, and some you did yeah, some casio because vast near bay would be start even government university. What made up? What are the components?
The component.
It's just generating on it. Now, how many baby a fever? The problem is a document. I hear that now. I worry.
Fire. The active ingredients are there. The active ingredients are there.
What about the white giving to us? The first say Abobi and Pada Bremuno. It doesn't mean say and then say about without asking. Hey, can we do it? What didn't Tina or boy and Pada Brem? What was it? And then you bring out Wedrana. In the was schedule, I didn't say idea, but we are going to buy from some people. I know that man. I am myself. Oh, in the vaccine, is it going to cure or is it going to boost something in us to fight any enemy that will attack us? We need clarity into these issues. Then say we'll go and thank God because we have got vaccine coming from outside. A disgrace.
You fire
to our rate.
Yati, but chairman. First year, na yɛnhyɛ aseɛ wɔ yɛwɔ fakofi twom so na obi afa kakra nso so yɛmpɔn.
Yo, and I made to say Achibobo raise issues on the union momo your person with here fee Ghana and your contributions to help them. Me fuasupa in particular, me will say Yeniaba Patricia. Or the way I am sorry, I'm saying 10% in a hand trial. Nisika baby on your fibiano. Me ma yana nano mamma ni bebre. It is castle and so a comedy. What's what dear no. Meno ya Casavia, Miss Miami contribution. Na media can when I yet me out of units ni bidiama. And yan mom person with chair or Ghana. But there has to be accountability. See who say nipa say omuche omuba be kasabi na yetumi ato sa unit ne dia ma ho. Nti kakra me wa me ka won no.
Yo, but chairman, yedawasi bebre. Na yema fa kofi dwumberry ma emre.
Asmali, a quick one in addition to what Kay said. Kay mentioned the word accountability. Bobo, I want you to write a policy on this idea you brought. Period.
Okay.
Hey, just
yeah. Also, wama assignment. Of a policy. Omagovi.
Yes, sir.
You and you're going meeting room. Why meeting room?
Let us say. I mean, Mestre Obia. For so many years. Ya kasa sa ye bibia ye bia ye kasa koka adrono aba yare no so ewo ho yare no for the COVID-19 variant. It is real. Maybe the what I was saying is say obia no a was one the onworo ma obia cho one na ho mo obia cho mo obia no obia de atinyi ye ne ye be wo no ye be wo. The fact across say during Baye, abroad countries that air war, their leaders, British Prime Minister, Germany, Italy, America, Biden, they've committed millions and millions of dollars, and we're making sure our set of structures in place to make sure their citizens are protected. But can he say, Ghana, your president, your two was so he saw and also protecting the Republic, Ghana. And then the citizens of the Republic. So far, COVID issue by it. But they are making noises here and there. Me who proper structure bia. Yes, you wouldn't very well say ye be no. Ya na emu nda ho. You very opaque. Yan can great. genetically congenital like yanka emigrate so yeniama emunda ho abrotire die United Kingdom meme ti ho muso ti ho e ba yemuda ho pefe structure ye free A ni eko B ni eko C efe clock the way almost structure no yeah die said them structure ni and giving how we do our things, our modus operandi, in about the next week or two, is going to be messy. That is number one. And I say, we are in capital letters very poor because you're the young thing. Resources, but I do not. You're adding value to the resources. So far, we look at how big Africa is. Example be Dubai. 50 years ago, Dubai was a desert. What when you go, you need down, you need BBR. But the right leadership, what you turn a desert into a very good place. Now it's the number one holiday resort. I need leadership. Leadership, which we don't have. See how big Africa is. We don't have that kind of leaders. I'm going to share on television, Dubai leader. My example from Nigeria. Nigeria started to oil. And Nigeria is the 6th oil OPEC producer country. High quality oil. Look at the state of Nigeria. With all that oil, number 6 in the whole world, OPEC. Look at the state. Yeah, Dubai. Why even Kwano woman turning? Because I'm kidding. Yeah, in Ghana, will be the culture here in your poor. You're poor. I never say you're poor. You be a piano, it's messed up. You need direction, a drop, I didn't have a whole car, the whole country, MPP, NDC, since 55 years ago, since Kwame Nkrumah. That we are not stopping. And T, you hear Mupa and say, Yariano, and Crophobis woman, Mubiam.
Okay, all right then.
Not woman and your woman so good woman. We are near the one he said, Mr. Kwiku Biduado, I wanted here over 2 weeks ago. By idea, we're going to protest him. Obia Casse, a brofana dear drone by him. One Casse, who are Panianua. Yariani be yo. I am preventive. It builds your immune system. Say Yariana, a young crown, entity mubu and to all. That is the idea. I don't just say, you still survive it. As against now, young warrior, a buffalo swan and the yeah, the peppy, or more to one another, I won't see it. For no immune system. Are you broken down?
All right.
It's in Yano, but the man who will be Swakabi. You will be a poor biacho. Now, before your casa, your noise will be as a way. We will be on fire noise. A people more, take it as a patia. What was the number? Woman number, any of the words, just any number.
All right, just a quick one. Scientists at the University of Oxford are looking ahead to new ways to combat the coronavirus alongside the vaccine program. One way is to give the inoculation as either a nasal spray or even an oral pill. Oh, you are. Angelo, yankoi. Yanko Angelo. Mute ho. Ansana obi ade ne fana weda ba. Bamaso Angelo.
Baba.
I'm Angelo Mransa ati tweme. Obi a meba mesha se wo so. Angelo o da mute intino fansa boso. Na mute ho. Ai. Odon sa boso a obi hu mic no you know. Na odon sa boss wa hu mic na odon sa bo mic no so hwehwe ya botre na hwehwe ati what hu ye okay all right you know odon sa bo screen so a na abeto so na afi odon sa bo mic no so afi na we ye free mama Bombardier and chance na hu ya mama Bombardier stop and then you come in Bombardier, yanko meet 9 pe.
You intimate 131. Okay. Papa, the bit can ye Sisiano Adena Bedu says in Bedu, and yen the total ye be here more. Even Africa crying here about 1.6 billion. Adame catch Africa population 1.3 billion as at now. And she say you say at least 70% of population, 70% of population about 800 million.
The twice of that and cry 1.6 billion doses in here for 2 dose in solution. No, if you Ghana then more target 20%, which is about 70% of that 30 million yepese one. Now, Papa, so share vaccines ne you who draw any efficacy. Now, as was in Ghana, yede buy no, and no share the potency no. Combined 70%. 70% is one of the lowest efficacy rate or among the vaccines, 70%. Now, you want 2 doses 28 days apart. And Ghana FDA is from approving Sputnik V, and American ones and Sputnik 5 for Russia, and also the combined efficacy 91.6%. And the Moderna efficacy 94.5%. Now over Pfizer now and we 95%. You were Sinovac and also the shopper between 50 to about 91%, depending on clinical trial. You were Casino biologic vaccine and this is 65.7%. And you were Johnson & Johnson the Papa no and because the efficacy question can be good because on just 1 dose who up on about quite no. MSN Hanom FDA no or more province MSN Chebiano on Becca home and no combined 66%. Even though say a single shot no 66%. That the attendant said the cano quite a condom no Nina and 100%. Ain't no walk around still no who pretend as own way vaccine no a preventive say a bebwa. Now that actually be no say virus will be every cyber system ma or body in that time no na virus no after the biako no virus no the ejuma ya ne say e ko training immune system no virus no your genetic code wom ya code no it a call system no akwa say soldiers say here reinforcement no ba as a trainer no or be training immune system because he's not aware think oni penya sa virus and coronavirus when can we anything Kanu ankasa ebe call the story facility and the central bank no oh sir the yare ko yenye bida no ankasa tuti we yenya de anka yeye and it na be previous in the likes of muses diphtheria polio ni yin na de na kunkura no but yenya vaccine wo mo sese ya no akra had this over so be yenya polio akra nya polio na say rickets and na say diphtheria na yisa and sa na tinti we no vaccine or as a trainer or could train as a teacher could train you immune system say hey say no say you know send cause artificial it just oh say the only pana or you would tell him almost try to say na me met training now also no who faces a virus when you recognize when they SARS no cause around no bonitu bonacon ha no training to take it time it will work on now and your hona no benya immediate immunity a better kakra we benya and side reaction they be benya mild they benya severe be benya medium. And you know whatever you're being no nature said a year juma. Na say papa me problem organa the a year storage no and be a maturity some information be a medebeto a control radios will be storage in more important than anything. I just say even we share part and or say I can say there are few immunization issues more important than the appropriate storage and handling of vaccines. The success of efforts against vaccine preventable disease is attributed in part to proper storage and handling vaccines. But just say, let's let Ghana Health Service no, and at the end by we hope say from the time handling from manufacturing one watch temperature say you should and land ya echo baby Ghana for best story you find cold chain. And you say exposed to light and your backup generator and sound maybe it must like Ghana Health Service say any side papa. Only part of what the name say virus on say a vaccine could expose us and the temperature may fluctuate here and one a very then useless who are the won't show no and Newton are all over the world in the countries they are more particular than say Germany almost to Pfizer vaccine they break because exposed to light and you say exposed to light they be an cania operation who you free fridge now the one the
okay
sanity America ahano Baba one or more like around and think for no time do not say obiamba no because Oman a very useless. It's never I can't the best I
yeah, but was bombardier. Na Yama Angelo Emre, I feel Angelo Bamaso.
Yeah, because your papa.
Get.
Yeah, Michia Ubia or a platform so. Ubia OT. Ubia vaccine. I am one say all of us are there now. Ghana for most of us. Yeah, develop phobia for vaccination. me kai pa Sasakawa Global 2000. President Rawlings will team up with Jimmy Carter. Now, almost fighting your friend is saying Elephantiasis ni other Yariana Etiti Bebre or Ghana. Ubeshia, your nurse is not much a brown uniform, no name from village to village. Now, almost fascinating call for. It's a pan vaccination. Any new to Ghana. Maybe Kai Titi Rich Kumase. Tetanus. Almost one in the Uber, if you want them said 3 in 3 Your banner after 2 years now, Bewo Sana, in yellow fever. Even 2018, me call holidays was Zimbabwe. I went for a friend saying yellow fever. And then new to us. I don't see the reason why. Yat nas and asa papa sa I can't we if you 2 sources. I saw for omunya virologist. I saw for omunya research scientist. Now omu poly to omu congregation again. And now political parties. 2 areas where nobody send for 5 year chroma. I don't get it. I mean, I mean, Nancy. Now, software on your scientist, on the same margin, bring washing me, say, my mean, give us. What for? I mean, national political party, bring washing me, say, my mean, war. It's vaccine, Tena, he's been with us for years. I'm not for crime, my history, it's been with us since 47 years ago. Oh, I'm not for no more speculating, no more, no more. Now, Omu was a Bedwado Kasimbi, or say, Damimi, woo. When my papa Fuka, I'm the acquiring from my cooking crofon. If you're not your immune system is stronger, your friend is saying, media quacotating crofon, when your mom can and not make us say, Omo Mukas or Mono, Omwom yellow fever, Omwom polio, who's a papa is so I never seen your mocha, Sabofredi and Abofredi was sent to Broyo. Abofredi or so. They say, I didn't know one. Vaccine in out to echa. They say polio, we will be toguso, and accident and will be your polio. So I didn't know a war, vaccination in Trininaco, leprosy, Mininaco, not TB or hapa. So I didn't know I see to a vaccine Korean on the idea, on their war, Yama Senator. It's your mom speculating with your own fine. You pay your benny day or your auntie. Fine, but don't speculate. And then a papa, not many a judge me discuss a year while ago. And before Gasa, yes, we don't believe in research and development. Before Mutiabutra, or Musika. How many of us? We are consumers, final consumers. Onyesika, no akoto blame na tonico. So Onyesika, so because a missing factory not produce there be. African politician, so Bobby go to Sika for research on yet. No, I call deviate for them. Sadi Subante, 80. Some consumers, you're producers, you're consumers. And I mean, who says about it? Now, me must add in honey because over the years, it is a new generation of thinkers and leaders. Don't be changing the pattern of the way we do things now. Fine, but yes, I'm reading because I feel named Nancy. Now, you be develop herbal medicine. Idea is about life and death. Or say a swan new and say a solution. Now, awareness now, so why don't we turn our own herbal, your friend is a medicine into Sanima way? No, fine. But you solve problem we are new, you saw new year, then you push it down and call your friends a taker, pharmacy department. You're training a lot of herbal, your friend is saying, pharmacist or hospital. Last year, we had typhoid, we call hospital because now I didn't know she means me. The man treatment here from 1 week and we call a test in Papa. Now at the end 50% alcohol. And now we'll be to me for some called Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic. We call no man for 30 days. Papa, me and me call hospital me call mom me call a test. No. Okay, them say I didn't say you know to anyone apart. Meanwhile, they say time for the now it take months. I believe in herbal medicine. A lot of Ghanaians believe in herbal medicine. I mean, no what I say. Oh, a lot of Ghanaians believe in herbal treatment to Kroma. Me no can say me fear. My dry increase was her, meanwhile, my dry friends saying, no dry cashew leaves are menum. Oh, me dry a friend saying, a moringa leaves and yammy dry will be fear. Me no man opinion you better green tea, no. A lot of my friends of Morgan, they all drink it, Papa. I'm out for the people, Ghanaians, and I'm saying scientific approach, you know. I'm out for no. But when I'm saying, hey, too late am I? Until let's go for boy and Now, find a solution to say that should be a better. Now, say Cuba to me, Cuba for develop about 2-3 buses. I according to Kwesi Pratt and Common Brady. It is a Cuba for to me. I mean, yes, was a Cuba for your friend is saying, almost casting, and I say Cuba for no more scientists saying, Yareba is send no Gucci for now, almost so no my. Which means your scientists will have, if you vote the money, they will do it. Enti yen so anu ewia now no ya more pressure and am evidence and now no obi e kasa ya yen develop bi wa ha the right thing to do and the right way to go. Enti make akra make no but that negative end dey too my moa just send for adwin send for adwin too much ubi so bia no aka bibi na ubi san me be a lot of people say wan kasa o mana wa wo mo polio any measles ne sa ma vaccine no wouldn't the composition of animal near their one manner now who be someone no show him be one who say a covid vaccine near the baby queen but who so war no bear 4 vaccines or more france composition you don't know it but nam ho into side and them pacha ye man from kakra na ye so we are we na you the way forward na ye ma pressure na yankasa no ye war na make a pharmacology tech they into herbal medicine research Mampong, Equiapium, they are into it. Now, yen palia pressure, yen your friends, Giorgio Yana, government, promoting physical room. Now, yen just AI consumers, Nankasa Sweet, we find a solution to yen hope, ye Mikai, New University of Scotland. Now, you will be Africans, Nayaka, African solution to African problems. Now, apply African solution to African problems. Thank
you. You better was Angelo. Na ansana achibubu ede ne final word beba no Pastor Chris Simen cancer munchire achibubu.
It's time for African leaders to think differently. Think wisely. How do you expect that those who throughout history have despised you throughout history, as you know, how can they produce vaccines to save your life? Are you okay?
Yo, Bobo.
Papa Pacho, before Bobo,
you and the snappy.
Pastor Chris. COVID starting here. Or common speculating 5G technology that they COVID ever. This is on Rangas or Namono, while vaccine that now. Na vaccine or where on African country a manufacturers have vaccine. Please, so most make us be we see religious leaders and politicians causes a problem in Africa, and it's one of them. Papa, not even all scientists and virologists too. We are scientists now. You are not into virology, and as of virology and researcher. Into Munjana Moya, it's any point who the church, Papa. I deal with homework. When I'm also another sample for more. And so, Papa will church. Me Papa, me a tongue talking Christian, but Papa will Casabi Minty because you are doing I read and you are doing me. I don't listen to such people.
Okay.
I'm out for Casa A. Not me hard on him. He's not helping the African.
One
man Casa vaccine. What vaccine? No, did you know? Oh, two choir. Can't be Okupuchi. Can't be one way you look for and Papa or what they call. But look at what he's saying. Or justifies the 5G technology. Ensemble confirm with you, man.
You, Angelo.
Thank you, Papa.
You better was it. What's it? You better was it. And the Bobo.
Yeah, Papa Smiley.
I can't meet the best edunum into the yanche. Nipa Bensi and Yanche. Why?
Yo, Papa. I'm say, Carway, Helpley, say, Ghana, ye be an ameboa. But yeah, you should be.
That's right.
And car also you should be.
Car they say you be.
Car, we are some booby.
Oh, yeah, you be.
Yeah, some booby.
Okay,
you be pa. The your name be or if you say UK, Pasho, Omo, Asobaire, Ebua.
Asobaire, some of the people, yeah.
And this is in the UK. In Yabua. Into yes, will be a dandan will be. Well, you always say, but the way you say, we standardization. You put your standard board in place. Say the bear the Okunya free baby, no, we make sure say, a meet standard now open, now what you should. Nti UK na ɛwɔ ne ɛyi wɔ ha ne standard board wɔ ha. Ɛna Ghana so yɛwɔ FDA ɛno so wɔ hɔ. Nti FDA no bibi ɛba Ghana biara no mo make sure sɛ ɛyɛ ade papa. Nti FDA no yɛde Ghanafoɔ doctors ɛna ɛwɔ. Ɔmo yɛ Ghanafoɔ yɛ training ɔmo nti sɛ FDA foɔ no mo no so mo satisfied there na kyerɛ sɛ ade no yɛ correct. But say ɛnyɛ no kora no mo kan deɛ ɛna sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo kun Ghanafoɔ nyinaa. Sɛ no kora so deɛ but they satisfy it. And you can't have everything the world all by yourself. So who depend on obi ho. But question is say COVID na area papa smally. And tools so and as a honey part any bibi so on who stays it here. Nti sometimes the way you see kasa no two different. While personal maybe honey panya bi personal experience. Nti the way I miss you no completely different. Me offer need never to fund that come and one. Enti the way I miss you is different. Papa, it doesn't mean say if you also now so any paracetamol and a period class, yanoma, ebi eti boom, ebi so tinyere, ebi timum. Enti where we are now, no, this thing has collapsed world economy. Flat revenue, emma, expenditure, and echo. Enti something has to be done. But Papa, your long-term solution, no. If you say it's not a vaccine, the long-term solution is our immune system. Enti yama yeni nko ho pa say your long-term if you pass mali anyway be ba sure vaccination ye ba so yi na UK for it my anyway say thank God and another initiative Ghana for it manya bi papa bibia ekun wiase nyina thank you ko nam obi vaccinating dey bi enti on say immune system the papa smally be more stay strong and until you starting prepare who say it's not only this COVID, more pandemics are going to come in our way. And when it comes and we don't have the vaccination, what will we do? What we should do is say our immune system should fight for us until we get vaccination that we can live with it. Okay. So because please me hu gana ni boy bia ono so eja why shata wale ka bia how the movement what I say and the kaka kaka ibidro the but yes your boy homoding
beautiful
papa on a more serious note say me yes say was send am obi anti we the obi a oba so na eja why kaka bia na yemfa nsate ebeboa
all right thank you very much big man Achibobo yama Patricia enka kakra on final wedding so ansa na ora owa hne champion enso aba Patricia ho
yeah papa
yankwe
papa
o final word who dey need why
ampe yo Angela kanina Angela na aka no say enya den enya jimi say medical so kai sorry to use that word but medical nyumra me den we kind of yakasa papa yakasa dodo. It's about time we act what I say kasa na dos say me dem aka che say Ghana for yakasa mama yenya bibi ne nanso Africa say ye nanso they bia yaka we are the gateway to Africa. And Tiama and Copy Paso Kakra. Yeah, we should always lead. This is up to now the whole Africa. I'm so beyond Shadan leading in terms of these interventions and vaccines, polio, when Nina Bania, near yellow fever, and no Casauca Buchin one wa. Untimi nko nanso Ghana ni obekọ akọwo ade na no de agye atum na wei na ba queen sisi ya ye kase no de ya ye ho se enkoda yenso so aye kai konongo kaya ono onso no so onso so no so onyin for enti me de me like I always say yenya kasa it's about time say bibi draw kra na ye de beje ye ho a who are the leaders who are the leads when it comes to bibi draw yenye bibi ne nso ye no nanso because they say gay ya yekin ye say ye kokacha brofo so omware mienu a omompene ye ntimi mfa sa aye mra ne nko mo ade no mo de ba ha everything at all they will bring it to us and yet the banso a ne criticize what have we done ourselves and no na was say it now up to now I don't know why yentimi answer all these questions to ourselves. We should use our brains.
Okay. Yeah, do I say we should use our brains. What a lovely way to round up today. Oh, why not, Champo? Your final word.
Yo, Papa. But that's be brave. The two of me now and say, na and when we say vaccine, I can't water that. I didn't see a way. Nah, the tenant say, and intina, nimti a horn. A bedroom rabia, and your Ghana and that's African. Vaccine, ya a more fish as a can once me. And young Ghana for one resist to say vaccine or water moon war. Mamma for be a to your so how. And young Ghana for one. Your European countries who on more. Citizens no it be a demonstrate. So on more and war. I didn't almost on the moon. I didn't know. Europe now, 1 more year drone, 1 more uncle for say. One more demonstrate a vaccine or moon war. And on this way, on the smoke can say. Do you know who vaccine why about warm almost on war? Na ye buy na ye no bi sie won ye de ye jiketi enti ye de ye nka nipa ho anase ye de ye nim de se me ba na me wo hene ene mabusuafo ye se ye de wo de a ebi mo ba be ka che ye won se ye de ye nim de enti no ye de ye nwa ye sim ye nwa ye fa ye ho obi ntimi chi obi so obi nko wo na so obi wo eye de wonim ene de wutie ene de wankasa wo fili se eyamo wankasa wo wedie unfuti pra kupe nko enso kote paracetamol anum kwa emna wutinya wo ya anase wuti wo ya na kokko num yefun yedi aduro wunyare osim ko wo HIV injection wunyare ya de bia o osi injection be fe HIV ye me yeso se me wo a me ho beto me emna wunyare vaccine ye nim ho hwe embre bebre be wiasi de bia do bia no bia ku do so nyina amofu ya na ye omo ya brain ya ye de gidi nyina ko hyemu enam se ya trotro no bia gu so a wo kin kan ye no what the sansem no ma trotro na di etene de kunkura ye dia eye ento onu de entimi feli ebetimi afeli sa so no bibidro ebi so betimi feli so tell me channel dia na dia nature a produce eye natural a obi use go ko wi dem a ebetimi yi na dwuma se de wo se eye pepepe na etimi yi eye free hormone dan se enipa de ne nsa akoye bibie no wo de chemicals ewura no ma bi mu no de ewura wi dem se ene na e papa no wo de no adi na de nature produce ankasa no wutimi njindie de ne ye wo de se wo de obi boni bi ti bebi de na adwene e de atwotwo no bi egu bebi ene na enokre ene na e papa ena me ka che wo se ye bibi mamu ha no no ye bibi dro no ye nia bi se beji edi because ya keka nse bibiri a che me bibiri wo betimi akọ hospital am ya tro boni dro eye usuti anaso ye funu wo benu aduna numa enkoda ye betimi akosi edro bi ye be sene keke e wo boso ye ka se tafre obede na de beti na yefu yedron yefu ya de na ateko ya nse enu kwan still ye sanjindi because ye ntrungu bi ba bia ho ye ntrotro no wo ngu bi ba hu nti no wontimi njindi da ye na no ndi no bebre siesie emna o mantro o mudi no bi siesie no mo keka kire ekirima no o mo do mo mo ti o wasa no mo keka asem bi kire wo no mo a obo so no ne bo wu a no afre wo ba wo yi nipa bi asu tie ba no afre wo was we say nipa no apply bo say eye adwuma yen still yen jindi mom kan kire say vaccine de wo ya kusine saa na e beti ha e beti e ba kutu for rodia yes tro konkon emre da de so ne ekwa sore no na bibia o mu bia ne di mu asem nyina ne gidi ne tro so tro konkon ne se mu asem nyina di na funso bi ani ho ene dey kan simbo ho no mo a na na sika tumi di kan simbo ho no mo a ade fo sa abrant na wo kan simbo mina ana on say ade fo so wo kan simbo but wo kan sim e de na ne die yes e de na sika o twetwe no bi no o ready no bi no o cheche no bi no o kan simbi sa no
yo o wa hene we de aka meeting no mate entina nyame admo china ne atoa so ho wate ya atoa so pa ene sabi aka ne de me boa ana say
no Papa Smiley, why you want to skip me?
Okay, yanko what yanko
Eh?
your final word yanko why
Are you afraid of me?
Oh my whole fans me afraid of you yanko now the final word bra why hey uncle boy this is one so Mr. Onye I be for 2 minutes na yanko uncle boy this no one care be why your final word
Yeah. Why? Look, we are not saying our traditional medicine is not good. You made a point that if you are nice with your granddad or your auntie or something, then he or she will call you secretly and tell you that thing. You know, this has been our downfall up to now. They continued a tradition. And we've realized that that tradition needs to be improved upon. You understand? That is where we are now. Because the way they were passing on this type of knowledge to us needs to be improved. And we expect those leading us who are supposed to be aware to improve upon this. Papa Smiley, you read something a while ago. You said, look, they are trying to do different versions. You sniff and so on. Do you understand? This is where the continuous improvement thing comes in. This afternoon, we spoke about these things. Look, by the time Oyibo finishes designing one car, it has not come out of the production line, but they are thinking of a different thing. Imagine if we have developed an aircraft or a car years ago. Believe me, we'll be using the same car if we have the mindset of fire. Hey, tradition, let's keep it the same thing. It was flying. It was. Meanwhile, this thing cannot fly to a certain height anymore. Even the metals they used to do those things then will be too heavy to fly efficiently. But fire will say, hey, this is our tradition. Let's keep to it. Do you understand? They just developed this thing and they are still not sleeping. They are thinking of how to improve it, how to simplify it. But we don't want to change anything because we don't want to think. I was talking to my friend, one of my friends this afternoon, and said, "Oh, quick one." So this NHS said, you know, they said they imported some some masks, but then the specifications were not up to medical requirements. In millions, so they are thinking of throwing it away. My friends said, "Oh, then they should bring it to Ghana. We like it. We you know."
Anyway, me sure say fire now will be in one because maybe sometimes said yeah fire be can asem we are now over see differently. Also said you be see can also better see differently. But I don't think say fire is against the room for improvement. Yo, fire, doom jana mi uncle. Why?
Okay, no guarantee, but better playback na ekina nyano wa. But my things and same do it's na worry and it's unfortunate say people are speculating. I don't know, last 3 weeks Mr. Near vaccination, half of German population are not taking it. Almost half of the okay? Even UK almost what percentage of British are not taking it. What's it? What was your age? Bobo dear or clever. Also, you're 5 years. Can you think when you're 5 years? And then I did not agree. So why are you not asking questions? 2003, move on to Nigeria for the northern sector. Almost more than Samandara, man. Almost more than that because they know, say, the vaccination given to other parts of the world is not the same. Go and check. Nigerians. Mr. Omowana. Yeah, can I Emma do as I say answer. Is is only going to strengthen or train those soldiers that have to fight any invention. invading our system. Why I say there will be Angelo there's no more confirm say why don't we 1 billion? Do you know what that money can do? Nari say about from the vaccination ba. Yebekra tomatoes, brother, akraka. Vaccination say abekra every year. Share population. Now quantify say in a year how much are we going to pay as a nation? Go 4 years soon said they have a government should give them a chance. Obienti. Yenti ne subanti sa. Ye o tiens almost here kasa. Now person come here email. That's some there. Men person better say ni pa bia can you if you see kasa. Also o meti here no. Also anya email na wo. Also o kasa. Don't keep quiet. Don't come and talk.
Okay. Yo, fire. Any hey.
I didn't say yanka ebeden na Kokuadua 1 year minister no. Minister na ye. Who are only to me? The only thing God has given to you free is that expression now. During military rule, they took it from us. And then so on, there were airways and so on. What's my man Gasa? Oh, we need to talk. We need to talk. Britain and I come. So now also the demo. Look at even France. Almost saying they will go into the street and make noise. Nothing can work unless you listen to them. You know what crowd? Kasano. A bedroom baby no. Asama bana yasi we yan. People will march into the street until we get people who listen to us.
All right, fire.
And yes, sir, a Ghana for no, and I be before no, and almost say, Omonia vaccination. A nipper soup, Nipan person who said, DNT at this point in time, amount for beside more questions. Oh, Anna, Mete say, yes, say, at this point in time, dear, you're here long term, Mr. Rao, Ebina, onbody Oxford now, Birmingham, investing, Omoni Cambridge. Correct alternatives are instead of vaccination, because I'm saying there are people who are number of Ghanaians that get paralyzed because of vaccination. You know.
All right, fire. Non so nabo until first why.
Then you want to belittle them or let them feel as if they can't use their brain. You to move from the dot that you think the white man is the only solution in our life.
Okay.
We too, we are human beings. We should do something for ourselves. For
you fire. Yeah, but that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
To this region, after seeing all was going in Africa.
Under pressure, Raskimono.
One more time, please.
Can you know? May movie doing Raskimono or a Jamaican. Or a Nigerian, what's it? Ooh. And that's second here. And come over for being part of today's show. And then so a year hot to say. Young come with you know. And then Raskimono as some are working a copper. Africa, we dey under pressure. Now who caused them? Now who allowed them?
pressure we will, under pressure.
Uh-huh.
Under pressure, black people under pressure.
Uh-huh.
Under pressure, Nigerians under pressure. Under pressure, Africans under pressure. No food, we belly. No money in our pocket. No bed, we ate. The people, they must suffer. In a ghetto, in a city, everywhere that we go, we see them. Some are cry, some are die, some are weeping, some are wailing. Everywhere that we go, under pressure.
Yeah, fancy. Yeah, me had more cherry you know what? So I can't boy. Of course, we are under pressure. Now, who caused them? Said the Angelo Abby can earlier on. No. I'll say, if you can't get your priorities right, you are poor. Of course, if you can't get your priorities right, you will always be under pressure. And that is why Africa, we did under pressure. If you make $100 million per as you say, the bad idea. Oh, when you try, men can you. Now, there are him. It is not only going to cost us 100 million. Have we costed the buildings that we pull down? And you see, are we not going to be under pressure? Hey. Meeting the Papa Smiley. Yami had much now. For now, hour of awakening and empowerment. Keep it low right here on our 24 radio and empower yourself to face all other areas of your life. Thank you once again. Yami had much now. Bujaye. Until then, bye bye.